Hey guys, how are we doing here today? Um, just working on some things. I did get some new channel redemptions. Still got to work on the alert part of it because Twitch's alert thing is a little off. How we doing this morning? Soon to be morning on this side. It's like 20 half hour away from midnight here. Uh, what we're gonna do is this array is going at any time now. Close my extension thing here. We got two pity packs from round two loss in late silver 2. Still got to work on some things there, but there was improvements. We did sweep uh, round 1. Not so much on round 2. We'll open these 2 packs real quick just to get it out of the way. Albert Pujols, the iron, and then ooh, I was gonna put a buy order on that. So we got the new Joe McGinty just in time for Saray. Let's get him in there. That's a good one to start out with here. So let's get out of this. You don't want to look at my stripped down silver combinator perfect team. I completely stripped it so I can be strictly a silver tournament player. So let's go into this array. We had a couple people here. We added Jamie Moyer. Got him for 10K. Couldn't get him in a pack, so I am a big fan of Jamie Moyer, being the Mariners fan. He did so much for us, especially after the 2001 season. Like he carried the squad as long as he could. We couldn't get him in the playoffs after 2001, but he's considered one of the top 5 Mariners pitchers ever, and I don't blame him. Not one bit. Adjust my mic a little bit here, just so it doesn't get cut off or anything. So we added Jamie Moyer. We're gonna bring in the McGinty. Go. It's just easy. Just go to stamina. There he is. Yeah, you can't pass up the 120 stamina that he has. So with that, Britt Burns, have fun. McGinty becomes the right-hander in this all-lefty rotation. I'm gonna leave him as the 5th. No, I'll have him as the 4th. And then Sean Hill, Bumgarner. It's 2004. I think we can get away with this. If not, this doesn't happen. But we'll have Sean Hill be the opener. Yeah, we'll have him be the opener. We'll have him avoid high leverage. And all else fails, they put him in, they put him in. So we'll do that. We'll leave an openers allowed in Saray. I'll find out either way. It's something that I did with Hymick, but I think Madison will more benefit from the opener. So we'll save that roster. Getting McGinty and not having to pay 30K is awesome. That's huge. So we'll save that. We'll update the server version. We're gonna only accept teams to see if we can get in a quick, because I know we're out of one here. No, we're still in both. So let's see which one we can get into here. Today I kept track of how I was doing in quicks, and right now I'm at I think a 55% win percentage. We'll do 96-56 because that is the death quick right now. We are in the second round. We did get by the #1 team in silver in Telluride. So we've got, see how much time we have here before the next Professore starts. It, it's not fired yet. We've got 5 minutes. It's probably gonna be 20. So we have time for one game. We can do one game here. Progress. It's in 9657. That's a first round game against Texas Lone Star. We're gonna do the second round game. 9656. That's on in 2 minutes. Jamie Moyer is on this squad as the fourth starter. Zachary went to the bullpen. That is the major change on this roster. McGinty will most likely be on late silver 2, and Soray. But that's the other main addition to the squad. So late silver 2 did give me a late silver 2 pitcher that I can use. For sure. Sorry if I'm redlining here, but it's not really it's really picking up my mic when I'm the only one in here. All right, so game 2, we are down. We're up 1-0. Casterville versus Time Travelers, Silver Spring versus Kicks, Silver Stars against Cry. That's a good matchup. And then New Barn against us. On the mound for Silver Springs will be Jack McDowell to go against Aaron Savali for the Kicks Killers. We are sending Mambo against Brissy. Burlington sending Tewksbury against Mason Miller. Casperville sending Larry Jackson against Sandy Consorga. That is your matchup for today's matchup. This time I got 1 coffee in. We do have a whole bunch of new channel redemptions. I was able to change them all out. Hopefully they'll all work correctly. I had to shut off the alert box because the chime just kept coming in over the redemption, so I just left it alone. So this is how I felt when I was doing that. Yeah, it's pretty much how I felt. All right, so game 2 is coming in the pipe. We're up 1-0. Bob Horner's been the big player in this tournament, hitting 348 with 3 home runs and 11 RBIs. Jimmy Fox behind him is hitting 481 with 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. They have scored 52 runs in 6 games. They are absolutely clicking on offense right now. The bullpen is a little suspect, but the starters have kept a minute with a 2.30 ERA. It's leading the tournament. Harrison and Thumb at the top, hitting over 360. Berkman, he's got protection. He's just not performing at the moment. Colt Emerson is hitting 7 for 11 so far in the tournament. He's hitting 636. So here we go. Game 2, Bonnie Lake versus New Barn. Do not click on box score. So we're going to go to the bottom of the first inning. It's no score. Nobody out. Wally Joyner, that's a really good card. And Jason Kipnis are on first and second. Christian Guzman is at the plate to face Mambo. Here's the full count for Mambo. And that is a base hit up the middle. Runner looking to score. And Joyner is safe. So the Spartans grab a 1-0 lead on the single from Christian Guzman. But still nobody out. So it's 1-0. Runners on first and second again. Kipnis on second. Guzman on first with good speed. That brings up Adam Dunn to the plate. Here's the pitch for Mambo. Ground ball to second. And they turn the double play, the 4-6-3. And with the 4-6-3, There's now 2 out. They were able to get out of the inning. And now we go to the top of the second. Runner at first base. That's Jimmy Fox. Not a lot of speed there. Facing Brady House. Here's the pitch to House. And that is a base hit down the line in left field and all the way to the wall. Runner heading to third, and he will be safe. So now there's runners at second and third for Deion James. Deion James is hitting 250 so far in the tournament, facing Lou Brissy's first start. I mean, Brissy is... Click on him. He is struggling so far in this tournament with an ERA over 5. So here's the 3-0 pitch, and he walks him. So now the bases are loaded with nobody out. Goes to Sol White. Sol White up the bat, the righty facing the lefty Lou Brissy. Here's the pitch from Brissy, and that is a diving catch for the left fielder. Fox does tie up the score from tagging up, but the Spartans, with a huge play from their left fielder, saves the lead. Saves them from losing the lead there. Big play from Jose Ramirez playing left field. That is pretty odd. So now it's 2 out. Jeff DeVannen at the plate. What up, D-Block? How you doing? So Brissy facing DeVannen. House on second. Deion James at first. Brissy with the pitch. The 0-2. And that's a fly ball to center, and that is going to be in for a base hit and all the way to the wall. One run will score. 2 runs will score. And just like that, Bonnie Lake takes a 3-1 lead on the double from DeVannen. New Barn would get out of that inning, but they don't score in the second. The LPs don't score in the top of the third. So we go to the bottom of the third here. Connie Day's at first. There's nobody out. Bombo pitching to Wally Joyner. Joyner scored in the first inning and represents the only run scored for the Spartans. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second, and it's another 4-6-3. Their second of the game, and there's 2 away. So New Barn does not score in that inning, and we go to the bottom of the fourth. It's still 3-1. Both teams have 3 hits. What up, Will? How you doing? Christian Guzman is at the plate to face Mambo. Here is the pitch. And that is a base hit to the alley in left center field. Guzman heading for second, and he will be safe with the leadoff double. Curveball didn't have a lot of zip on that one. Not at all. Will, I know in D-Block there are new blurb redemptions. I completely changed them out from the racing ones I had before, just so you guys know. I didn't put it in the title because I'm a professional. Alright, so 1 out here, 2-0 count to Mark Teixeira. Still 3-1. Christian Guzman is on third base. Here's the pitch. And that's a fly ball to right. There's the catch. Guzman will tag, and he will be safe. So that's now 3-2. Spartans clawing in here.
Excuse me, milady. I am approaching you with sexual intent.
I knew D-Block would jump on that right away. Thank you for the bits, D-Block. I appreciate it. That was a good one. All right, so we go to the bottom of the fifth here. It's 3-2. Owen Wilson at the plate. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. And the toss, and it's a base hit to right. So Wilson starts off with a base hit. Tying runs now at first base. Frank Duncan will come up to the plate, facing Mambo. The 0-2 offering. And he strikes him out on a fastball with a blazing 89-mile-an-hour fastball, and there's 1 away. So here we go. Wally Joyner back at the plate. Tying run still on first base. That's Connie Day. There's 2 out. The 3-0 pitch to Joyner.
There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
Perfectly timed from Fletchy, as yes, there are no crying in baseball as he walks Wally Joyner. That may be a good thing here. So that brings up Jason Kipnis. Runners at first and second. There's 2 out. 3-2. LP's lead. And he strikes him out on the curveball to get out of the inning. So we go to the top of the 6th. It's 3-2. Bob Horner is on first base. Here's Jimmy Fox in the box to face Lou Brissy. Here's the pitch, and that's a well hit ball to left field. It's high, it's deep, and it is well out of here. Home run for Jimmy Fox. I believe that is his 3rd of the tournament. And they break it open here as the LPs take a 5-2 lead on the home run. The home run from Fox. It ends up being 6-3. They do add another run in that 6th inning. The Spartans answer with a run in the 5th. So we go to the top of the 8th here. It's 6-3. Lee Gooderman in the game for the Spartans. Brady House is leading off in the 8th. Here is the pitch to House. Sometime today, and that's a base hit to the alley and left center. House going to second, and he will be safe. He is first pitch crushing on that one. First pitch crushing. Deep Block trying to jump scare me already. Trying to pay me back from a nervous stream. All right, so we got a runner on second here. Gene Tennant's at the plate, facing Fred Hymick, who's now in the game for the Spartans because that highlight went nowhere. Bottom of the 9th here, 6-3, 1 out. Gene Tennant's at the plate. The pitch from Hymick, and that is a base hit up the middle. So Tennant gets the first base, and that will bring up Connie Day to the plate. 2 out. Last chance here for the Spartans. Here's the pitch. Grab ball to third. The throw to second is in time, and Body Lake will take a 2-0 lead with a 6-3 victory over the Spartans. Saray is underway. Game 3 should be up pretty soon. I want to see who my first round opponent is. Oh, don't worry, D-Block. Tomorrow, I will have the camera up. Oh, yeah. Watching Minerva get jump scared is absolutely hilarious. It's really hilarious because I'm in the call with him, and I can picture him losing his breath when he gets scared every time. But yeah, the camera will be on tomorrow. Should be good to go for the camera. So, Saray, I'm opening against the Eastwood Woodies. So that's going to be an interesting matchup there. Yeah, just for the heck of it, let's look at the tournament tree, see where you're at, D-Block. I know you're in this. There is a potential we can meet in round 3. It's going to be I'm going to have a tough road because Benji's on the bottom part. There's a possibility we can meet in round 3. I'll keep that in mind. All right, so we'll go back to game 3 here. It is simulating right now. And I chose the wrong one. That's the Lone Star. That's a round 1 matchup I don't want to look at yet. We will go to the round 2 matchup. We're up 2-0. Yeah, it's best of 3. We don't really know. Like, Eastwood could beat me too, so. So Ray tends to have, with it being best of 3, it has a lot of randomness. So the best team don't necessarily make it through. They can lose 2 right away. But here we are in the bottom of the first. This is game 3. The LPs up 2-0 here. Leo Keeley is pitching for the Spartans. I'm wondering if this is an opener situation here. Devannon's on third. Dickie Thumb is at first. Yes, Gene Tennant is at the plate to face Leo Keeley. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And he walks Tennant, so the bases are loaded here. Bases are loaded for Henry Davis. Davis looking to jump on the lead here, facing Keeley. See if they can get to the opener. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to center field, and it's over the head of the center fielder and over the wall in center field. Ground rule double for Henry Davis, his 6th and 7th RBIs this postseason, and they take a 2-0 lead. So there's still one out here for Christian Guzman. Brett Saberhagen is in the game now for the Spartans. That opener did not start well for them. Here's the pitch to Guzman. And that is caught by the second baseman. They will turn 2 there. Bad break on the catch from the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. They get out of the inning, and it's 2-0 LPs. We will fast forward to the top of the 4th. There is one out. Christian Guzman is at first base. There's one away. Lou Fett pitching to Adam Dunn. 2-0 here. The offering. And he walks Dunn on the curveball. Ball 4.
Personally, I think we got hosed on that call.
That's what I think about that one. So we get here. Runner on first and second. Mark Teixeira's at the plate now. Who's facing Fett. Fett with the offering. And he gets it. Oh, he just held up in time. Ball 4. So it's now the bases loaded for Jose Ramirez. There's still only one out here. It's 2-0 LPs in the top of the 4th. Full count pitch. And that's a laser to right field. It's all the way to the wall. 1 run scores. 2 runs will score. Bases clearing triple for Jose Ramirez. And it's now 3-2 Spartans. They would add a run in the top of the 4th to make it 4-2 Spartans. Saberhagen is pitching to Davis. There's one away. Here is the first pitch. And he is first pitch crushing. Deep to left, and it is gone. Home run for Henry Davis, his 2nd of the postseason. And it's now 4-3 Spartans on the home run from Davis. That will bring up to the top of the 5th here. Christian Guzman's at the plate. Jason Kipnis is at first base. Here's the pitch from Fett. And that's a base hit to right field. Runner heading for third, and he will be safe. So that now makes runners on second and third here for Adam Dunn. There's only 2 out. See if they can get out of this inning here. Here's the pitch from Fett. Fly ball to center field, and it's a sliding catch from the center fielder Devannon. Keeps the game in play here. The Spartans remain up 4-3 into the bottom of the 5th. And with that, Deion James is leading off in the bottom of the 5th. It is a 4-3 game. The Spartans have 4 runs on 4 hits. The LPs 3 runs on 5 hits. Here's the pitch from Saberhagen. Ground ball to second base, and it's through for a base hit. So leadoff single for Deion James. He represents the tying run as Saul White comes to the plate to face Saberhagen. Here's the pitch from Saberhagen. Ground ball to second to throw the seconds in time. The relay is good. 6-4-3, 2 away. So they're able to get out of that inning. The Spartans could not score in the 6th. So we go back to the bottom of the 6th. Gabby Hartnett at the plate to face Brett Saberhagen. Here's the pitch to Hartnett. And that is a base hit up the middle. Leadoff single for Gabby Hartnett. He represents the tying run. This time it does not screw me over. and it brings up Dickey. Here's the pitch to Thon. Ground ball, and it's an... Oh, he botches it. Error on the second baseman. Guzman with the tough play, but the throw to second was high and into the outfield. Huge error from the Spartans, and now that brings up the dangerous Gene Tenets to the plate. Saberhand looks and fires, and it's a fly ball to center field. That is a moonshot to center, and it is gone. 415 feet to dead center, and the LPs take the lead 6-4 on the home run from Tenets, his first of the postseason. Still 6-3, Brady House at the plate, 2 out. The 2-2 pitch from Saberhagen. And it's up deep to left field. No doubter, home run for Brady House. His first of the postseason. It's now 7-4 Bonnie Lake on the home run for Brady House. It's now 8-4, bottom of the 7th. 1 run in for the LPs. Bases full of LPs. Christian Guzman enters the box to face Zach Greinke. Here's the pitch from Greinke. Ground ball to shortstop, and it's through for a base hit. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. It's now 10-4 LPs. They have answered with 7 runs in the 6th and the 7th. They would add 2 more runs in the 8th. So we're now in the top of the 9th. Lou Fett is somehow still in this game after the bad 4th inning. Mark Teixeira is at second. Jose Ramirez is at first. Owen Wilson is at the plate to face Lou Fett. Here is the pitch to Wilson, and he walks him. That's his 3rd walk of the game, and that now brings up Frank Duncan with the bases loaded and nobody out. Somebody take out Fett, please. Here's the pitch from Lou. Ground ball to third. The throw home is in time. The throw to first, double play. Nothing like the good old 6-1, the 6-2-3 double play. Anybody have that on the bingo card? I didn't think so. So there's now 2 out, full count to Connie Day. 12-4 LPs looking to end this series. Here's the pitch from Fett trying to complete the game. Ground ball to short. Guzman with the throw, and it is in time, and they will sweep New Barn with a final score of 12-4. The LPs had 16 hits in this game and broke it open in the 6th inning, scoring 4-3 and 2 after being down 4-2 after 4 innings. Big victory for the LPs here. So the LPs win the series 3-0, beating the Spartans 12-4. Jimmy Fox was named the series MVP, hitting .375 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. He scored 3 times. They will face the Burlington Silver Stars in a marquee matchup, who swept Karai 3-0. So it'll be Bonnie Lake against Burlington in the semifinal. That should be a good matchup there. We will look into the tournament tree. Castroville and Time Travelers are tied at 2, so is Silver Spring and the Kicks Killers. So we're awaiting the other semifinal. Bonnie Lake will face the Silver Stars. So far, in this particular tournament, the starters have had a combined 2.81 ERA. They've gotten deep in the games. The bullpen has looked something like the early 2000 Mariners. I'm talking about the late 90s 2000 versions, not the 2001 version, where they have an ERA near 10 in this tournament. So if you can get to the LP starters early, you might be able to break this open against this bullpen right now. The offense is led by Horner and Fox, who have combined for 8 6 home runs and 21 RBI so far. Jimmy Fox in 5 games has hit 450 with 3 home runs and 9 RBIs. He is on a hot streak right now. Colt Emerson is hitting 636. That is still wild to me. I'm not expecting someone to hit 636. So with that, we will go into the other tournament because we're waiting for Casterville and the other matchup to finish up. So we got 8 minutes on one. We will look at this first round matchup here. That should take us into the Soiree. So we'll do that. I believe this is game 3. Either way, here we go. We're going to be in the bottom of the first here. Mason Miller's on the mound for the Texas Lone Stars. Devannon's on second. Berkman is at first. Gene Tennants is at the plate. One away here. Here's the pitch from Miller, and he walks him. Seems like a theme. Tennants walks with the runners on base, and that will bring up Bob Horner. Bob Horner looking to break this game open in the first, get the Mason Miller. Nobody to put him on. The first pitch to Horner. Ground ball to third. The throw home is in time. The throw to first. He is safe. So they got the lead runner at home. So there's 2 away. Now we'll bring up Jimmy Fox. The 3-2 to Fox. And he walks him. So 1 run will score on the walk. Miller has had control problems this inning. That's his 3rd walk of the inning already. This is how everyone feels right now.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Gotta find a soundboard somewhere. Either way, here we go. Christian Guzman at the plate, 2 out. Bases still loaded. Here's the pitch from Miller. And that is caught by the first baseman. Leaping catch by Bush and the get out of the inning. The LPs only score 1 despite having the bases loaded. But they are up 1-0. So we go to the top of the second. There's 1 away. Fothergill's at first. And that brings up Joey Ortiz to face Jamie Moyer. Here's the pitch for Moyer. And that is a base hit to center field. Runner heading for third. Thinks about it. Double check and changes his mind. So Fothergill stays at second. And that will bring up Dink Motho to the plate. Still 1 away. 1-0 LPs. Here's the pitch. And he gets him swinging on the curveball. Personally, I would have went with the changeup. It's Jamie Moyer. But, hey, it's Jamie Moyer. So there's 2 away. That brings up Michael Bush to face Jamie Moyer. Bush not very good against lefties. He struggles with them. Let's see if he can get out of the inning. Here's the pitch from Moyer. And that is a well-hit ball in OOTP fashion. And it's 3-0. It's 3-1 Lone Stars. 3rd home run for Bush in this tournament. Really like the logic of the lefty who struggles against lefties hitting a home run off of Moyer. What do I know? So we lead off with the second inning here. Gabby Hartnett at the plate. It's 3-1 to Lone Stars. Mason Miller, who struggled through the first, somehow only got out with 1 run. Here's a pitch from Mason. Well hit ball to right field. It's high, it's deep, and it is gone over the bullpen in right field. Hartnett with his first home run of the postseason, and it's now 3-2 LPs trailing here. And that will bring up Dickie Thom to the plate. Jeff Devannett's now on first. We're still in the bottom of the second here. 1 run is in. Here's the pitch from Miller. And hey, what do you know? Miller has walked his 5th person in 2 innings. I don't think he's going to get far in this game, guys. That will bring up Lance Berkman to face Mason Miller. Runners at first and second. 1 out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Well hit ball to right. And the LPs will take the lead on the home run from Lance Berkman. His first of the postseason. And it's now 5-3 Bonnie Lake as they have answered with 4 runs in the bottom of the second. So we go to the bottom of the third. 1 out. Bases full of LPs here. Dickie Thom at the plate to face Lee Guterman. I told you Mason Miller wasn't going to last long after he walked 5 people. Here's the pitch to Dickie. Ground ball to and they will turn the 6-4-3 to get out of the inning. So they strand the bases loaded here. And we will fast forward to the bottom of the 8th here. The LPs are now up 9-4 as they scored 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and currently have 1 in the 8th. The Lone Stars scored in the 5th. The LPs now have 9 runs on 14 hits. The Lone Stars 4 runs on 9 hits. Will Omen is now in the game for the Lone Stars to face Dickie Thom. Nobody out. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. And that's a fly ball to center field, and that is over the center field's head. This should probably clear the bases. 2 runs are in on the double. Devaney decides to stay at third, and it's now 11-4 LPs. They would later add 7 more runs in the bottom of the 8th inning. Dear Lord Almighty. It's now 18-4. 18-4 in the top of the 9th. That's how it's going for the Lone Stars right now. 18 runs on a sizzling 18 hits from the LPs. Here's the pitch to Michael Busch facing a lefty, so this will probably be a home run. The offering. Ground ball to short. Guzman with the throw, and mercifully, Bonnie Lake wins that game 18-4, and they will move on to the quarterfinal. So this was game 4, because I know Lone Star won game 1. So the box score to this one, Devaney, Thom, Berkman had 2 hits each. Emerson had 2 hits. Guzman and Hartnett each had 4 hits. There were home runs from Hartnett and Berkman in the 2nd inning. Mason Miller went 2 innings, walked 6, gave up 4 hits, struck out 2, but allowed 5 runs. Will Omen and Austin Adams combined for no outs, 6 hits, 10 earned runs, 6 walks, no strikeouts. Yeah, you heard that right. No outs. 6 hits, 6 walks, 10 runs. Colt Emerson finished the game. He got more outs than Will Omen and Austin Adams. Just to put it in perspective, Colt Emerson's pitching ratings, he has a 30 movement, 59 PBABIP, 1 stuff, and 2 control. And he did better than Austin Adams and Will Omen. You get some interesting stuff here on OOTP. That is for sure. So we will go to game 1 of the first round against the Eastwood Woodies. This is the Surrey. You got 2 minutes to go here. As soon as I can. Where are we at? So I can find. All right. So Eastwood will send Greg Swindell to the mound. The LPs will send Jamie Moyer. He will be the ace in the Surrey. This will be game 1 here. Got a minute before that comes up. Once again, guys, thank you for coming in. Waiting for that to come down the pipe. I got my drops there, so that's good. All right, so game 1, LPs against the Eastwood Woodies. Ironically, the not safe for work from Franchise Time Machine has found its way over here with Dicky and Eastwood Woodies. Yes, I did say it exactly that way because that's how it feels right now. So, by the way, we are 5 away from 400 followers. It's been a long road to get to 400 followers, but the milestone is almost there. Hopefully we can do well in the Saray here, round 1. I just want to win round 1 because I've been in round 2 all night. Late Silver 1 and 2 was a round 2 exit. Both of them started out with a sweep and then got swept in the second round. It's been pain in the dailies lately. So hopefully we can do something and have a deep run in the Soray for once so I can cover just the Soray and not a whole bunch of quicks after we get knocked out early. So we'll call this game here. That should take us to the first break of the stream. Because I got 14 minutes here until an ad has to play. If all else fails, I can snooze it if needed. I have one snooze available. I will snooze it if it gets close to the time so we can get the whole game in. I'm pretty sure we will. Come on, OOTP. Simulate here. I like it sometimes when it, shows simulating, but it doesn't show when it actually completes it. So let me exit and come back in. See if that fixes it. There we go. There's the chime of death I was looking for. Game 1, Woodies against the LPs, is in the books. Let's see the highlights to this one. We will go to the top of the second. Neither team has scored in the first. The LPs did get 3 hits. No luck. Here's Gerald Williams to the plate to face Greg Swindell. Nobody lead off hitting here. Here's the pitch to Gerald Williams. And that is over the third baseman's head and to the wall, base hit. Gerald Williams heading to second, and he will be safe. So that's a leadoff double for Gerald Williams, and that will now bring up Casey Candale to the plate. After Hassan Kim reached first base, it's still nobody out. Full count. Runners at first and second here. No score. Here's the pitch from Swindell. Ground ball to short. 6-4-3 double play. Big double play for the Woodies. And now there's 2 away. Gerald Williams did go to third on the double play. That brings Don Detmer here to the plate to face Swindell. Detmer really good against left-handed pitching. Hopefully he can get in the one here. Here's the pitch from Detmer. And that's a fly ball to left field. Does it have enough? It does. It's barely over the left field wall. Home run for Don Detmer, the first of the postseason. And they will get up 2-0 on the home run. So we go to the bottom half of the second here. Jamie Moyer on the mound. Joe Judge is at first. Travis Jackson is at the plate. Here's the pitch. And he walks Jackson. A rare walk from Jamie Moyer. And now there's runners at first and second with 1 away. That brings up Carson Kelly to the plate. Kelly, is decent versus left-handers. Much better against lefties than he is against righties. Base hit will tie it here. Fly ball to left field. And it is caught by Detmer. 2 away. Runners do not advance. And now that brings up Eric Young. Young, very good contact hitter here. Moyer's offering. Fly ball to left field. It is high. It may have enough here. And it's a home run for Eric Young. Eastwood Woodies take a 3-2 lead on the home run from Young, his first, in the bottom of the second. They get out of that inning. It's 3-2. It's now nobody out. Eric Davis is at the plate for Bob Fothergill. Here's the pitch from Moyer. Fly ball to center field. That's going to be over the center field, set into the wall. Runner heading for third. Davis thought about home, thought better of it, and went back to third. So that's now runners at second and third here to get out of the inning. So we go to the top of the fifth. Jake Stahl's at first base. Swindell's facing Don Pavletich with nobody out. Here's the pitch from Swindell. Runner goes. Jake Stahl stole a base. There's a big significance to this considering I have sliders all the way down and they rarely run. So rare stolen base from the LPs. And now Jake Stahl's at second here as the tying run. Nobody out still for Don. Here's the pitch. Now it's going to be a base hit to right. Stahl looking to score. The throw home is wide of the plate. So it's a tie game at 3 on the big RBI single from Don. And now that will bring up Vince DiMaggio to the plate. DiMaggio, very good against left-handed hitting. Swindell's offering. And that's a base hit down the line to right field. Big time double from Vince DiMaggio. And now that brings up Gerald Williams to the plate. Looking to break this game open here. Still nobody out. Here's the pitch from Swindell. Infield is in. And that's through the middle, base hit. 1 run will score. DiMaggio heading home and he is safe. 2-run score from the single from Williams. And it's now 5-3 LPs in game 1 here. They would add another run to make it 6-3. So we fast forward to the bottom of the 7th. The LP's offense, 6 runs on 15 hits. Eastwood, 3 runs on 8 hits here. Dick Green is at first base. I wanted to say it that way. Adelpho Phillips is at the plate to face Jamie Moyer. Nobody out. And he gets him swinging on the fastball. I'm still shocked that Jamie Moyer can find 90 on the gun. I think it's in kilometers, not miles per hour. So we fast forward to the top of the 8th. I can see why that was a highlight. Bobby Bonds leading off here. Jaewon So pitching. Here's the first pitch. And he's first pitch crushing. Base hit for Bobby Bonds. A leadoff single. And that brings up, Bobby Bonds. We go to the top of the night. Bobby Bonds is up again with the first pitch. Runners in second and third. It's now 7-3. They did score a run in the top of the 8th. Here's the pitch from Guterman, who's now in the game. And first pitch crushing again. Bobby Bonds a hit to the wall down right field line. Bonds with the 2 RBI double. And it's now 9-3 LPs. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. Sandy Consuerga in the game. Eric Young is at second. Showboat Fisher is at the plate. Here's the pitch to the Showboat. And he flies to the second baseman. Didn't get the distance on that one. And Bonnie Lake will win the opening game 9-3 on 20 hits. 20 hits for the LPs. Jamie Moyer gets the win, going 6 in the third, scattering 8 hits and 1 walk and allowing 3 runs. Sandy Consuerga finished the game throwing 2 2/3 and only gave up 2 hits. As for the offense, Williams had 4 hits. Don and Bonds each had 3. Hewlett, Stahl, Detmer, and DiMaggio each had 2. The whole lineup got 1 hit and reached base at least twice. No, Candale only reached once. Two RBIs for Bonds, 2 RBIs for Williams, 2 RBIs for Detmer. I'm surprised he only scored 9 runs here. As for the rest of the tree, D-Block did win game 1 over the A's. So Wichita won game. Oh wow. Wichita beat Sacramento 20-2. They scored 11 runs in the top of the 8th. Now I'm just curious. In the top of the 8th, we saw Slida's home run, Blanchard's home run, facing Jim Unknown, double, home run for Hamlin, home run for Yarko, home run for Phillips, 3-run homer for Blanchard. So 11 runs on 8 hits and facing 2 Jim Unknowns, which means Sacramento does not have a full roster. So I'm pretty sure D-Block's going to get through round 1 here. So what we'll do here is I'm going to make sure that this game 2 gets in here. We're going to take the break. And then we will show game 2 between Bonnie Lake and Eastwood after the break. I think it's being a little slow right now. Either way, game 2 will be shown either before or after it, depending if I want to snooze this, depending on what time it shows up. So what I'll do is I will snooze here. We will show game 2, so it gives us pretty sure I can get the game in 8 minutes. That way, round 1 could potentially be done by then. All right, so there's game 2. So game 2 in Bonnie Lake, Eastwood facing Bonnie Lake. Bonnie Lake's up 1-0. We are in the top of the first. Jake Stahl's on second. Fothergill's at third. Joe Judge is at the plate to face Tom Zachary. Here's the pitch from Zachary, and he walks him. So Judge now the bases are loaded for Travis Jackson. There's 2 away here. 2-2 count. No score. The offering from Tom Zachary. Fly ball to center field. And James makes the catch. So they get out of the inning with the bases loaded. So we fast forward to the top of the second here. Still no score. Eric Young is at first base to face Dick Green. Zachary's offering. That's a base hit down the right field line and all the way to the corner. Runners heading for second and third, and they will be safe. So that's a double for Green. There's now 1 out for Adolfo Phillips. Zachary trying to prevent the runs here. Here's the pitch from Zachary. Ground ball to the pitcher. The pitcher's throw to first is in time. So they get the out there. The runners hold. But still no score with 2 out. And that brings up Eric Davis. The pitch to Davis is a well-hit ball to left field, and you can see movies on that flight. Home run for Eric Davis. 3-0 Woodies on the home run from Eric Davis. So we go to the bottom of the inning. Runner on first base. That's Dave Nilsson. Gerald Williams is at the plate. Bob Tewksbury is on the mound. The pitch from Tuke. Fly ball, and it's down the alley in left center field. Runners heading for second and third. And it's a double for Gerald Williams. So they're in business here. Tying run to the plate. That is Ha-Sung Kim. 1 out. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball to center field. That's going to get over the center field's head and to the wall. 2 runs will score. Kim heading for second, and he is safe. So the game tying double from Ha-Sung Kim. Oh, sorry. I'm one coffee in, guys. It's 3-2 Eastwood leading on the 2 RBI double from Kim. Deion James represents the go-ahead run. Still 2 out. We're still in the bottom of the second, 2 runs in. Here's a pitch from Tewksbury. That's a base hit to right. Kim heading home. The throw is cut off. It goes to second, and he is safe. So James with the double to tie it up at 3. Now it's tied. So we go to the bottom of the third. Eastwood didn't score in the top half of the inning. Both runs, 3 runs on 5 hits. Mayberry at the plate to face Tewksbury. Stahl on first base. The blazing speed of Jake Stahl, with the only stolen base on the team in history. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to right field. It's high, it's deep, and it's a laser out of here. Home run for John Mayberry, his first of the postseason. It's 5-3 LPs here in the bottom of the third. They would add one more run in the third to make it 6-3. So we go to the top of the fifth after both teams didn't score in the fourth. Fothergill's at first base. Zachary's still pitching. Jake Stahl at the plate for them. Here's the pitch. And he is gone by a mile. Dave Nielsen throws out the runner. 2 away for Joe Judge. Here's the pitch to Joe Judge. Court's not in session, but it is down the line in right field. Judge heading for second. Heading for third. The throw to third is not in time. Safe. So it's a triple for Judge. And that will bring up Adolfo Phillips. They did score the run in the fifth. So we're now at the top of the sixth with 2 out. Dick Green's at second. Adolfo Phillips at the plate. Here's the pitch to Adolfo Phillips. And he walks him. So now there's runners at first and second. Go ahead run represented at first base. That brings up Eric Davis to the plate. Here's the pitch to Eric Davis. Ground ball to second. The throw to second in time. And they will get out of the inning. LP's still in front 6-4, heading to the bottom of the sixth. So we go to the top of the ninth. Nobody scored. Tewksbury's still in the game for the LPs. Fothergill up. 2 out. 1-0 count to Fothergill. Ground ball to third. The throw to third is in time, and LPs will move on to round 2 with a 6-4 victory over Eastwood. The LPs 6 runs on 9 hits. Eastwood 4 runs on 9 hits with an error. So we get through the round 2. Wichita came through too. I'm not shocked on that. So Wichita will face the winner of Denver and Arlington. Bonnie Lake will face Winnipeg in the second round. So what we'll do here is we'll take the break while all the game 3s end, and then we'll see where we go from there. So guys, I will be right back. All right, guys. So we're back. Game threes are still going in the Surrey. So I'm gonna, while the second round games start, we'll do this one between the matchup between Burlington here in the semifinal of this quick 9656. I do not know what the series is when it comes to like who's leading. Well, here we are in the bottom of the first. Burlington threatening, kinda. Rick Monday leading off. Joe Mays is pitching. Here's the pitch from Mays. He's 2-0 with a 1.69 ERA in this series. And just like that, on cue, home run. Rick Monday, his first of the postseason, and it's 1-0 Burlington. We fast forward to the top of the second here, just a solo home run from Monday. CC Sabathia going for Burlington to face Gene Tennant. Nobody out, full count. Here's the pitch to Tennis. And Tennis with a fly ball to right doesn't have enough. It's off the wall in right field. Tennant's heading for second. Heading for third, trying to leg out a triple, and he is safe. Tennant's with the leadoff triple, his second of the tournament. And that brings up Christian Guzman. Henry Davis did reach first here, so runners at the corners, 1 out, 1-0 Burlington. Sabathia pitching to Guzman. Guzman with the base hit to right, 1 run will score. It'll be a tie game on the single from Guzman. So there's now runners at first and second. Brady House will enter the box to face Sabathia. Davis representing the go-ahead run here in the top of the second. The pitch from Sabathia. Fly ball to right field, and it's caught. Runners do not advance, so there's 2 away. And that brings up Dickie Thon to the plate. Once again, OOTP with the riveting stuff here. I see all I see is blue. I need to change that somehow. Everybody has the same colors here. So we fast forward to the bottom of the second here. 1 out. Buddy Rule F first. Joe Gordon's at second. Dickie Thumb is at the plate to face Joe Mays. The pitch from Mays strikes him out with the fastball. 2 away. So they get out of the inning after the strikeout. We go to the top of the fourth here. It's still 1-1. Sabathia is still on the mound. Jimmy Fox is at first. Brady House is at the plate. Here's the pitch from House. Fly ball, and that is a base hit to the alley in left center field. Runner heading home, thought about it, but it realizes Jimmy Fox has no speed and holds at third. So now there's runners at second and third. Dion James enters the box. CC Sabathia pitching to James, lefty on lefty crime. And that is caught by the third baseman. Sano with the good catch. And they get out of that inning. They did not get out of that inning. The animation looked like he caught it right at the bag. So that brings up Jeff DeVannen to face CC Sabathia. The pitch, ground ball to third. The throw to first is in time to get out of the inning, and it's still tied at 1, heading to the bottom of the fourth. We fast forward to the top of the fifth here. Nobody out. Gabby Hartnett at first base. Dickie Thumb at the plate. Here's the full count pitch. And that is a well hit ball to left. Base hit to the wall. So that's a double for Dickie. And that will bring up Gene Tennant with the infield in. Why would you have the infield in against Gene Tennant? I will never understand. Here's the pitch. And he walks him. So the bases are now loaded with nobody out. And that brings up Henry Davis with the infield in. The pitch. Ground ball to third. The throw home is in time. The throw to first. Double play. The infield in pays off for Burlington as the game remains tied. Oh, yeah, there's a replay here. Davis was safe on the play. So that brings up Jimmy Fox with 1 out, bases loaded. Infield still in for the Silver Stars. Here's the offering. And he walks in a run. the 5th walk for Sabathian. It's now 2-1 LPs on the walk. That brings up Christian Guzman with 1 out. Base is still full of LPs. First pitch. And he's crushed to right field. It's off the wall. Bases will clear. Guzman heading for third. The throw to third is not in time. Bases clearing triple for Christian Guzman, and they broke it open here in the 5th. It's 5-1 Bonnie Lake. They would add 1 more run to make it 6-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Dickie Thom leading off against Joe Mays. Mays' delivery, and that ball's gone. Next question. 6-2 Bonnie Lake on the home run from Dickie. So here we go now. 6-2, top of the 6th. Gabby Hartnett at second base. Dickie Thom is at the plate. It just seems like we have the same players here and the same colors. Here's the pitch. Simmons gives up an offering that lands in the stands. Home run for Dickie, his 4th of the tournament. It's 8-2 Bonnie Lake as they have jumped up on the Silver Stars here. They now have 8 runs on 12 hits. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 6 runs, Burlington on their last chance here. Fred Hymick is in the game for the LPs. Nutty Rule is at the plate. He's not known to hit a home run with his 8 power, so here's the pitch. Fly ball to left field. This should be an easy catch here. And there's the catch. And the series is now tied at 1 after an 8-2 victory from the LPs. So we can now go to that round 2 matchup. So we got 2 minutes before game 2. The game 2 matchup is Fred Hymick will go for the LPs against Bob Tewksbury. That is your pitching matchup. The pitching matchup for D block is, if I can find it, Hiroki Kuroda against Jesse Hahn. Arlington against Wichita. Potential round 3 game with D block. But this is OOTP. Anything can happen for sure. All right, so here we go here. 1 minute to go before the round 2 matchup between Bonnie Lake and Winnipeg, who both swept their first round opponent. Tournament tree looks like this. In this pod right here, the Hawkeyes, Wichita Eagles, Blue Bombers, and LPs. Potential matchup still looks pretty tough for us down the road here. We still have a potential matchup with Dorset or Hawkins if we manage to get past the possible D-block matchup. The other side seems very tough too with Vegas Sevens, the Rush. Ito's pretty tough. Aqua Sox has some Dinos. The PTMS winner, Heltzberg Prune Packers. Mighty Ones, Albine, Patriots, and Llamas. So, franchise facing a tough matchup against the Patriots here. That may be the best matchup here in terms of an even matchup. That pitching matchup is, so I can find them. Come on, Llamas, where are you at? I know you're here somewhere. Oh, I saw him. So it'll be Bob Tewksbury for the Patriots, Connie Johnson going for the Llamas. So that's a pitching matchup in that one. That's how everything looks for the LPs here. 15 runs so far in the tournament. Their team OPS is 1 exactly. Their WOBA is 430. Their team on base percentage is 434, and they're hitting 382 as a team. So the offense is really clicking for the LPs going against Winnipeg. Winnipeg pitched their way past the Stogies. The starters have not allowed a run, an earned run, and neither has the bullpen. So 3 unearned runs allowed by the Blue Bombers so far. But here is game 1. Hymick against Tewksbury. Let's get this underway here. So we're going to head in the top of the first. Lead off blah blah. English is its first language. Bobby Bonds against Bob Tewksbury. The full count pitch as we scan around Henderson Park. Don't worry, no interceptions in the field here. Bonds' hit is a base hit to the gasoline sign in right center field. Bonds heading for second, and he'll be safe. So a leadoff double for Bonds. And the LPs are already in business here with Gerald Williams at the plate. Here's the pitch to Gerald Williams. And that's a base hit up the middle. Bonds looking to score, and he will be safe. Williams does advance a second on the play. RBI single for Williams, and it's 1-0 LPs already with nobody out. So that brings up Jake Stahl to the plate. 1 run in. Here's the pitch. And Stahl with a base hit to right field. Williams looking to score. The throw is wide of the plate. Stahl advances to second, and just like that, with nobody out, it's 2-0 LPs already. All right, so while I'm listening to Franchise mute himself during his game, Jake Stahl is at second. John Mayberry did reach first right after, so Tony Phillips is at the plate. Tewksbury in trouble here. It's 2-0. 3 hits already for the LPs. Here's the pitch. And then we'll turn the 4-6-4 double play. So they get out of the inning. It's 3-0 LPs. It did add 1 more run. So that brings up Fred Hymick. Joe Judge at the plate. Here's the pitch to Judge. Fly ball to right field. That's too high. That is gone. Home run for Joe Judge, his first of the postseason. And it's 3-1 in the first. So we fast forward all the way to the bottom of the seventh inning stretch here. 4-1 LPs, 4 runs on 9 hits, 1 and 3 for Winnipeg. Carson Kelly at the plate. Nick Swisher is on second base. The pitch from Fred. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. So now there's runners at the corners with nobody out. And that brings up Jim Gleason to the plate. Hymick showing signs of tiring here. The pitch. And he strikes him out on the fastball. Big time strikeout there. And that brings up Adolfo Phillips. The 2-1 pitch. Fly ball to right field. And that is caught. Runner tags. And he will score. So Swisher scoring on the sac fly, and it's now 4-2 LPs. And that's all they would get in the 7th. So we go to the top of the 8th. Once again, nobody out. Runners full of LPs. Dave Nielsen is at the plate. Bob Tewksbury somehow is still in this game after the early trouble. He did settle down and scored 5 threw 5 scoreless innings afterwards. But he's in trouble here with the infield in. Here's the pitch to Nielsen. And that is down the alley for a base hit. This might clear the bases here. 1 run scores. 2 run scores. So it's a 2 RBI double for Nielsen. It's now 6-2 LPs as they're starting to break it open here in the top of the 8th. It would add 1 more run in the 8th. And now we go to the top of the 9th here. 2 out. Jake Stahl's at the plate. Epa Rixey has entered the game for Winnipeg. The pitch. And that's a fly ball to right field. Jake Stahl sends that out of here. Home run. The 365-foot blast, and it's 8-2 LPs on the home run from Jake Stahl, his first of the postseason. So we go to the bottom of the ninth. Last chance here for Winnipeg. 8-2 LPs. Jesse Hahn has entered the game in relief. Bases full of Winnipegs. Here's Travis Jackson to the plate. So here's the pitch to Travis Jackson. Ground ball, catcher picks it up. The throw to first is in time, and they will win game 1 of this series 8-2. LP's 8 runs on 12 hits. Winnipeg 2 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. Ouch. So Bonnie Lake wins this game 8-2. They take a 1-0 lead. Fred Hymick goes 8 innings. Scatters 5 hits and 2 walks. Allows 2 earned runs and struck out 5. He did give up the home run to Judge in the first inning. Jesse Hahn would pitch a scoreless ninth for the victory. Bob Tewksbury did go 7, allowed 10 hits, 7 runs, 5 earned, 3 walked and struck out 2. Pepper Rixey, 2 innings, 2 hits, the home run on Stahl, and that was the only allowed earned run. Dave Nielsen led the way for Bonnie Lake, 3 hits and 3 RBIs. Williams and Stahl each added 2. Jake Stahl did score 3 times in the game. Winnipeg was led by Joe Judge's home run. He was 2 for 4 with that home run. It's been a really good postseason for Dave Nielsen in the Soiree. He's hitting .625 with 3 RBIs. Gerald Williams is hitting .538 with 4 RBIs. Bobby Bonds has a .385 average with 2 RBIs. So they're hitting absolutely electric in this tournament so far, hitting .363 as a team, outscoring opponents 23-9. The bullpen is still not allowed a run, so they'll send Joe McGinty to the mound to face Sandy Consuegra in game 2 of this series. Bonnie Lake up 1-0. Consuegra struggles against left-handed pitching. He does have great control, but he really struggles compared to right-handers. The LPs are sending they're sending 3 lefties and 2 switch hitters to face Consuegra. So this may be an advantage for us. Joe McGinty, the new pitcher added to the roster just before. Similar thing. It's similar. Really good against right-handers. It's not as splitty as Sandy, so this should be an interesting matchup here. All right, so 11 seconds left here before game 2 comes down the pipe. D-Block did win game 1. They won their game 5-4. So that potential matchup's still there. Jesse Hahn goes 7 1/3, gives up 1 run. He walked 5 and gave up 6 hits, but they were scattered as they only allowed the 1 run. Guterman gets the save. Jed Yurko with his 5th home run of the postseason. He has 5 home runs and 10 RBIs for Wichita, hitting .538. So, stimulating right now. There may be some pauses in between here because I'm trying to make sure my cat gets inside. Y'all know about cats, especially with OOTP streamers here. Alright guys, sorry about that. I just hear my cat meow growling at another cat, so I had to go get that cat in the house. But here we are, game 2, Winnipeg against Bonnie Lake. Bonnie Lake now the home team. Top of the second here, still no score. Joe McGinty facing Carson Kelly. Carson Kelly gets a hold of that one. First pitch crushing. And that is off the ball in right center field. Carson Kelly heading for third. That is a leadoff triple for Carson Kelly. So Carson Kelly's at third. Marlon Anderson enters the box. The 3-1 pitch from McGinty. That's a base hit to center, so the run will score. RBI single for Anderson, and it's 1-0 Winnipeg here in the top of the second. So there's now 2 away, 1 run in for Winnipeg. Jim Gleason being at first base. Dolph Camilli at the plate. Here's the pitch from McGinty. And that ball is gone. McGinty allowing the home run in his debut, and it's now 3-0 Winnipeg. So we head to the top of the third. It's still 3-0. Joe Judge at first base. 1 out for Rance Mullikins here. McGinty's pitch. That's a fly ball to left. That ball's gone. So it's 5-0 Winnipeg. Stop it. We're already dead at the moment. So we fast forward to the bottom of the fifth. It's 5-0 Winnipeg. Consuerga actually holding them at bay here. Tony Phillips will lead off the bottom of the fifth. Here's the pitch to Tony Phillips. Fly ball to left field. That's high. It's deep, and it is gone. Shutout done. Phillips' first home run of the postseason, and it's 5-1 Winnipeg after the home run from Tony Phillips. So we had So that brings Bobby Bonds to the plate. Bottom of the sixth here, 1 out. Sandy Consuerga pitching. Here's the pitch from Bobby Bonds. The 2 Bobby Bonds. Fly ball to right field. That's high, it's deep, and that ball's out of here. Home run. Bobby Bonds. 378 feet on the measurement. It's now 5-2. Blue Bombers ahead. We now go to the bottom of the seventh. It's 5-2. Sandy Consuerga already allowing 2 home runs. Dave Nielsen's at first base. Jared Williams is at the plate. There's nobody out. The full count pitch, and he gets him swinging on the slider. Strike 3. 1 away. They get out of the inning, so we go to the top of the 8th. Marlon Anderson at the plate. He's already homered in this game. Here's the pitch from Leo Keeley, who's now entered the game. And that's a base hit to left. That's a single. And that will bring up Jim Gleason in the top of the 8th here. As nobody scored. Keeley still in the game facing Gleason. The pitch to Gleason. That's a base hit to right field and off the wall. Runner Gleason heading for second. And he'll be safe with the double. They don't do anything with that, so we go to the bottom of the 8th. Deion James will lead off here. Lee Guerman's entered the game for the Blue Bombers. Still 5-2. And that's a base hit up the middle, so leadoff single for Deion James. And that will bring up Bobby Bonds. Okay, so that brings up Bobby Bonds to the plate. Nobody out. Deion James at first base. Lee Guterman still pitching here. Here's the pitch. And that's a fly ball to center. And that's going to be caught. Nice running catch from Gleason. 1 away. They get out of the inning, so we go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. John Mayberry at first. Tony Phillips is at the plate. Still 5-2. Austin Adams pitching. The pitch from Adams, and he gets in the pop-up. Infield fly. Kim makes the catch. So now there's 2 away. Last chance here. Gerald Williams at the plate. It's 5-2. Austin Adams has got. Here's the pitch. He gets him swinging on the fastball. Strike on the slider. Strike 3. So the series is now tied at 1 as Winnipeg wins 5-2. Winnipeg has 5 runs on 10 hits. The LPs have 2 runs on 9 hits. They were threatening in the 7th, 8th, and 9th, but just could not cash in. Winnipeg jumped out on them early as they scored 5 runs in the 2nd and 3rd. LPs tried to claw back with 2 in the 5th and the 6th, but not enough. Waiting for game 3 here. So we've got game 3 here, a deciding game 3. In that deciding game 3, Jamie Moyer will enter the. So it's Blazagami against Moyer. Wichita is through. All right, so game 3 coming in here. So waiting for game 3 here, and trying to check on franchise time machine here. OBS being OBS over there. All right, so game 3, round 2. Winnipeg facing Bonnie Lake with a chance to face D-Block here. All right, so game 3's highlights here. So we're going to start in the top of the 2nd, deciding game 3 here between the Blue Bombers and the LPs. Wade Blasingame pitching against Gerald Williams. 1 out here in the top of the 2nd. Here's the pitch. It's fly ball to left center. Laser gone. So 4-foot blast from Gerald Williams, and it's 1-0 Bonnie Lake as they jump up early in this deciding game here. So Jake Stahl's now at the plate in the top of the 5th. Neither team scores. It's 1-0. Blue Bombers behind here. Blasingame still pitching. Bonds at first base. Jake Stahl is at the plate. The offering. Jake Stahl with a base hit down the center field alley into the wall. Runner heading home. The throw home is not in time. They cut it off to try to throw the third. Install a save. So, Bonnie Lake's now up 2-0 on the double from Stahl. He advances to third on the throw. So here we go. Jake Stahl at third here, 2 out. Don Palpovich at the plate to face Blasingame. 2-0. Top of the fifth. The game is down the left field line. Base hit. Runner scores. It's 3-0. Don heading for second, and he's in with the double. 3-0 Bonnie Lake on the double from Don Palpovich. We're still in the top of the fifth. We move to the top of the seventh. Leo Keeley's now entered the game. Runners at first and second here. Paltovich at second. DiMaggio at first. Gerald Williams at the plate. He hit the home run in the second inning. Here's the pitch. It's a base hit down the left field line. 1 run scores. Runners heading for second and third, and they are safe. Runner, make that. You gotta love the animation. 2 runs come in on the bad throw from Judge. They cut it off, throw it to third. So it's a 2 RBI double from Williams. He advances to third on the throw. So it's 5-0 Bonnie Lake after the double from Williams. We're here in the top of the second. So we go to the bottom of the second. Jamie Moyer working on a no-hitter here in the seventh. 2 out. Bob Fothergill at the plate. Here's the pitch. Ground ball the second. It's a through for a base hit. The no-hitter's over with. First base hit for the Blue Bombers. So we go to the top of the ninth. It's now 7-0 as they score 2 in the top of the eighth. Ostrowski pitching for the Blue Bombers. Ha-Sung Kim is at the plate. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. Center field. No doubter. Goodbye, baseball. Ha-Sung Kim with his first home run. It's 8-0 LPs in the ninth. All right, so they're now 2 outs here. It's 9-0 LPs. Jamie Moyer's still in this game, scattering 2 hits here. Ha-Sung Kim at the plate. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, and it's caught by the first baseman Stahl, and they move on to round 3. The furthest they've gone on stream. 9-0 on 15 hits. Jamie Moyer, a complete game 2 hitter in the 9-0 shutout. So 3 more minutes. Deep block against Max here. So yeah, it's a big time victory for the LPs as they win 9-0, dominant from the beginning. Bonds and Paltovich 3 hits, Gerald Williams 3 RBIs, home runs for Williams and Kim. Jamie Moyer, a complete game 2 hitter, 1 walk, 4 Ks. He now has a 1.76 ERA in the tournament. So what we'll do here is I will waiting franchise time machine here. as we're hearing technical difficulties on franchise's side here. We've got 2 more minutes. D block against against Max here. So Wichita will send Greg Swindell. Bonnie Lake will send Tom Zachary. Big time matchup. D block versus Max here in a third round game. Twitch having problems today, as you can see. 1 more minute before game 1 between the Wichita Eagles and the Bonnie Lake LPs. I am trying to troubleshoot while this game is coming, so that's why I'm being a little quiet right now. So franchise having some problems here. He's trying to bring the party over here. He's having problems with OBS. All right, so he's gonna try and restart here. Game 1 is coming down the pipe. Game 3 or game 1. Wichita Eagles facing the Bonnie Lake LPs. This is the first matchup that I remember against D Block. Game is in. All right, so game 1 here, Eagles against the LPs. Twitch is just being a problem right now. So we'll go here. We're going to be in the top of the first. Wichita with a runner on first. It's Jerry Denny. Johnny Blanchard has entered the plate. Tom Zachary is on the mound. Here is the 1-0 pitch. That's a well-hit ball down the right field line and all the way to the wall. So a double for Blanchard. Runners are now at second and third here. That brings up Eric Davis to the plate. Still here in the top of the first. Zachary in trouble early. 1 out. The pitch. Ground ball to the pitcher. Zachary gets the runners to hold and throws the runner out at first. Davis is out. So that brings 2 out here. That brings up Luis Quinones to the plate. Runners at second and third. No score here in the top of the first. Here's the pitch from Zachary. And that's a base hit to center. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And it's 2-0 Eagles here in the top of the first. So we go to the bottom of the first here. 2 out. Bobby Bonds is at first. Don Pavlovich at the plate facing Swindell. Here's the pitch from Swindell. And it's a well-hit ball to left field. High, deep, and gone. That was a laser, no doubter, home run for Don Pavlovich. And it's now 2-2 in the first. So we go to the bottom of the second. The Eagles did not score in the top of the second. 1-2 count here for Don Detmer. Kim's at second base. Candale is at first. Here's the pitch from Swindell. And that is a base hit up the middle. 1 run will score, and Bonnie Lake takes the lead 3-2. Here in the bottom of the second. So we fast forward all the way here to the bottom of the seventh here. It is 3-2. Bobby Bonds is at second base. Earl Yingling on the mound for the Eagles. Jake Stahl is at the plate. Jake Stahl homered in round 2. Let's see if we can add on to the lead here. Franchise is cool. Twitch has that problem. I know I had problems rating in the people too. It is what it is. But hey, you're just in time for game 1 here between the Eagles and the LPs. It's 3-2 in game 1. We're here in the bottom of the 7th, 1 out. Bobby Bonds is at second base. Jake Stahl's at the plate. Don't worry. We'll fix. Twitch will get it together someday. Here is the pitch. First pitch crushing. Jake Stahl with a fly ball to right field, and it's gone. Home run for Jake Stahl, his second of the postseason. And Bonnie Lake is now up 5-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Oh, and by the way, there are new sound alerts. I added a whole bunch of new sound alerts to bring the OOTP a little bit more streamlined with what I had before. So I'll probably lower the points a little bit. I have it at 500 right now. I'll probably lower it, but yeah, I had a whole bunch of sound alerts today, just before stream started. So 5-2 now. Top of the 8th, Johnny Blanchard at the plate. Sandy Consuegra pitching here for the LPs. 2 out. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to second base, and it's through for a base hit. So that's a single for. The single is past Candale. Blanchard now is out at first base. They get out of that inning. So we move to the top of the 9th here. It's 5-2 LPs over the Eagles. Bob Tewksbury still pitching. Oh yeah, all the time. It's easy to distract him. It's so easy to distract me, but I can play this into the play-by-play here. Gary Reineke is now at the plate. There's the last chance here for the Eagles. Bob Tewksbury still in the game. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to Candale. Candale with the throw to first, and they will win game 1 here on a 5-2 victory. The LPs had 5 runs on 8 hits. Wichita did get 7 hits, but only did 2 runs, and they did have the error. Oh no, you can still mock laptop for sure. You definitely can, because he'll do it again at some point. We know it. He knows it. Everyone knows it. So here it is now. Game one. Bonnie Lake wins 5-2. Johnny Blanchard had 3 hits for Wichita. He's hitting 455 with 4 home runs and 10 RBIs in the tournament. Jed Yurko was actually held 0 for 3, so he's now down to hitting 400 with 5 home runs and 10 RBIs. Bonnie Lake was led by Bobby Bonds, who's hitting 440. He was 2 for 3 in this game, scored twice. Don Pavlovich hit his first home run of the postseason. He's hitting 467. Dave Nielsen did enter the game as a defensive sub. He is hitting 583 in this tournament. Zachary goes 5 1/3, gives up 2 runs, 6 hits, and a walk. That is hilarious. Sandy Consorga goes 2 2/3, only allows him 1 hit, but strikes out 3, and Tewksbury saves it, his second save of the tournament. Tewksbury in the bullpen has been much better than when he was in the starting rotation. So here we are now in the Sweet 16. Legends and the Yaks. The Patriots against Albion. That's a strong matchup. Germantown against the Mighty Ones. Edmonton Oilers against the Mississauga Rush. Louis Lagos against the Greyhound Assassins. The Everett Aquasox facing the Edo Giants, and the Hawken Flyers facing Dorset. That's another good matchup right now. D Block was here earlier. I think he has me on lurking right now. I'm not sure. This series just started. He is aware that we're in the same pod. So when he watches a pod, he will get the whole series. It's a Madison Bumgarner mirror match here. Bumgarner against Bumgarner. A lot of mad bums in this one for this 205 start. See, told you. We got our matchup, D-Block. I didn't think it was going to happen because the way OOTP is. But the mad bum mirror match here. Game 2, Bonnie Lake's up 1-0. Waiting for this game to show up with the chime of death, as I call it. Let's see if that's a little better with the lo-fi here. All right, any time now, OTP. Twitch has already had its problems with franchise. All right, so game 2's in here. Give me a second here. I'm typing something out real quick. All right, so game 2 here. D Block's Eagles against Max's LPs here. I was surprised to see him. I didn't think he was going to be streaming tonight, D Block. But here we are in the top of the second here. The LPs have a runner on second. That's Vince DiMaggio. Hasan Kim is at the plate facing the Mad Bum here. Wichita's Mad Bum. Here's the pitch. That's a base hit the right field, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. That will score a run. Kim with the double. And it's 1-0 LPs here in the top of the second. So we go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0. Luis Quinones is at second base. Tony Salida is at first. Gary Reineke's at the plate. Madison Bumgarner with the pitch. And he walks him. So he walks him on a pitch that was
Just a bit outside.
so there's nobody out here with the bases loaded. That brings up Rob Deere. Here's the pitch from Bumgarner. That's a fly ball to right field. And that's going to be caught. The runner should tag up. That's Quinones. He will score. The runners do stay at first and second. So it's 1-1 now. Tie game. Jed Yurko, the dangerous hitter here at the plate. The pitch from Bumgarner. 1 out. Fly ball to left field. Detmer makes the catch. Runners do not advance. So there's 2 away. And that brings up Ken Phelps to face Madison Bumgarner. The 2-2 offering. And that's a base hit to the wall in left field. 1 run scores. 2 runs will score. It's now 3-1 Wichita on the 2 RBI double from Phelps. So we fast forward here to the top of the fourth. The LPs and Wichita do not score in the third. Jake Stahl's at first base. Don Popovich will enter the box to face Madison Bumgarner. Here's the pitch from Madison. And 5-4-3 double play. So to get out of that, and we go to the bottom of the fourth, Tony Salida leading off. The pitch to Salida, and he's first pitch crushing, high, deep, and gone. 3rd home run for Tony Salida, and it's now 4-1 Wichita here in the fourth. So 1 run's in, and Gary Reineke's at the plate. The pitch? That's a crushed ball. And that's back-to-back jacks for the Eagles. It's 5-1 now here in the fourth. So we fast forward to the sixth. The LPs do not score in the fifth, neither does Wichita. Bobby Bonds will lead off here against Madison Bumgarner. It's 5-1 Eagles looking to tie up this series. The pitch to Bonds. And that's a base hit to the wall in left field. Bonds heading for second. And he'll be heading for third. Bad throw. And he is safe with the triple. So leadoff triple here for Bonds, making everything interesting. As that brings Jake Stahl to the plate with a run in here. Bonds did score. Jake Stahl's at the plate. Jim Hewlett's at first. It's 5-2 Eagles. Bumgarner's still in the game here. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. And it's boated by the second baseman. Yurko, with the problem, he could not grip the ball. Big costly error here. Can they cash in? That will bring up Don Popovich to the plate. He's hitting over 400 in the tournament. It's 5-2 Eagles. The 3-2 pitch. And that is caught by Deere. Nice running catch, and there's 1 away. That will bring up Vince DiMaggio. The 2-0 to Vince DiMaggio. Fly ball to left field. And there's 2 away on the Davis catch. They get out of that inning. So we go to the bottom half of the 6th. It's still 5-2 Eagles. Reineke's at first base. Rob Deere is facing Lee Guterman. The pitch from Guterman. Fly ball to left field. I think you know what the answer is. It's off the facade in left field. Home run for Rob Deere. I believe this is his second of the game. That's a 408-foot moonshot, and it's 7-2 Eagles. So that brings up the top of the ninth. Last chance here for Bobby Bonds. Ed Halicki looking to close this out and even this series. The pitch from Halicki strikes him out on the fastball. And we're going to a deciding game 3 as the Eagles defeat Bonnie Lake 7-2 on 9 hits. LPs get 8 hits and the error, but they only managed to score 2 runs. So the Eagles win this game 7-2, led by Rob Deer's 3-run homer in the 6th to break it open. Salida and Reineke hit back-to-back homers early to give them the early lead, and they cruised from there. Bumgarner for Wichita, 6 in a third innings, 5 hits, 3 walks, allowed the 2 earned runs, and struck out 3. Ed Halicki in relief. 2 2/3 shutout innings, 5 Ks in 2 2/3. Bumgarner just didn't have it for Bonnie Lake. 4 innings, 6 hits, the 5 earned runs, the 2 walks. He did strike out 6. So we're going to go to the break, have the deciding game 3. So guys, I will be right back. Okay, so here we are, deciding game 3 here. We're going to go to the bottom of the 2nd. There's runners on first and second here. Kim on first. Gerald Williams is at second. Connie Johnson is on the mound for the Wichita Eagles. Casey Candale is at the plate for the LPs. Deciding game 3 here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Candale struggling. Fly ball to left. And it's caught. Runners don't advance, so there's 2 away. So here we are. Deion James is now at the plate. Runners at second and third. Full count from Connie Johnson. The offering. That's a base hit to right field. That scores a run. And it gets by the right fielder. Deere showing his ability to be stone hands. And 2 runs will score on the air. So it's now 2-1 LPs. So we go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0. John Mayberry at the plate. Here's the first pitch from him. And first pitch crushing. That ball is gone. John Mayberry with the home run. It's the 394-foot crush. And it's 3-0 Bonnie Lake quickly over Wichita here in the third. So we move to the top of the fourth. It's 3-0 LPs. Fred Hymick on the mound for the LPs. Eric Davis is at the plate. Jerry Denny is on first base. Here's the 1-2 count. Ground ball to third. It's through for a base hit down the line, down the left field line. Runners heading for second and third. And they are safe. So the stand-up double for Davis puts the tying run to the plate here. And that is Tony Salida, who can tie it with one swing of the bat. Here's the 1-0. And that's a base hit up the middle. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And it's now 3-2 Bonnie Lake as the 2 RBI single from Salida brings us to a 1-run game. That's all they will score in the 4th inning. So we go to the top of the 5th. Wichita once again threatening with Earl Alvaro at first base. Yed Yurko, the dangerous hitter for the Eagles, at the plate facing Fred Hymick. The pitch from Hymick. Fly ball to left field. Williams makes the catch. Runner does not advance. 1 away. As the highlights continue to be riveting, we go to the bottom of the 5th here. John Mayberry is at second base. Jake Stahl's at third. Mayberry representing the go-ahead run here. Johnson facing Tony Phillips to the plate. Here's the pitch to Phillips. That's base hit up the middle. That ties the game. Stahl scores. Mayberry is safe. And the LPs add 2 more runs. It's 5-2. As we're still here in the bottom of the 5th, there's 2 out. Phillips at second. Nielsen is at first base. Gerald Williams enters the box to face Nathan Evaldi. The pitch from Evaldi. And that's a base hit off the gasoline sign in right field. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Nielsen goes to third on the throw. And it's now 7-2 on the 8th and 9th RBIs from Gerald Williams. They would add 2 more runs after that, but they'd have a run in the 6th. It's now 9-2. We're now on the top of the 9th. Jesse Hahn has entered the bump for the LPs. Deciding game. This is a deciding game 3. Rob Deers at first base. Tony Salida over there at third. Earl Alfred has entered the plate. He's very dangerous hitter here. The full count. Ground ball to second. 6-4-3. Game over. LPs win the series 9-2. Jumped on him early in the 5th. Just had too much for the Eagles as they scored 9 runs on 13 hits. GG, D-Block. This is the furthest the LPs have made it on stream now as they move on to the quarterfinals. D-Block, that was a good series. I figured it would go 3. I was kind of hoping game 3 was a close game. Fred Hymick did pitch good, though. 6 2/3, 6 hits, 1 walk. He only gave up 2 earned runs and struck out 4. Connie Johnson struggled through 4 2/3, giving up 6 hits and 3 walks. 6 runs, 5 earned. He did get the 1 strikeout. Nathan Evaldi allowed 3 runs in his inning of work, allowing 5 hits. Keeley and Yingling were able to close it out for Wichita. Wichita's offense was led by Tony Salida. He was 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Bonnie Lake had 5 people with 2 hits. John Mayberry leading the charge with the 2-run homer. With the solo homer in the 3rd to get things started. Bobby Bonds and John Mayberry and Dave Nielsen are all hitting over 400. Dave Nielsen is 8 for 16 in this tournament. Gerald Williams has 9 RBIs. This offense is clicking, scoring 50 runs in 3 games. They've only allowed 25. The bullpen ERA for the Bonnie Lake LPs is 0.40. That's crazy right there. They're being very good, efficient. It's got a 6+6.7 zone rating. The base running is kind of struggling. Somehow Bonnie Lake has 5 stolen bases. How do we have 5 stolen bases is beyond me. Hold up. Because I've seen Seawitt's I saw Seawitt's data, and I didn't have a single stolen base. Alright, so Bobby Bonds needs to sit. And Ha-Seong Kim needs to sit. So we'll sit those two. Oh, wait. Wrong one. Heh, haha. Told ya. So, Davis. Kim. And Bonds. So we'll sit those two. And then in game 2, Gerald Williams will get rest as well. That's how I'll go about that. As for the series, we are facing the Dorset Devil Dogs. It'll be Joe McGinty against Greg Swindell in game 1 in Dorset. Dorset defeated Space Moose 2-1. Defeated the Toronto Pioneers in 2, and swept the Hawkins Flyers. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. The Dogs also have a good bullpen. They have a 1.52 ERA in this tournament. Their offense has only scored 37 runs in, I believe, 8 games. So they're gonna have to rely on their pitching on this one, because if it gets into a slugfest, I don't think Dorset has enough right now for the LPs. The LPs have a 383 WOBA in the tournament. It's somehow 13th. It's 13th in the tournament. I'm trying to figure out who has higher. They're 6th in batting average, 7th in runs scored. They're 1st in stolen bases, and I'm still trying to figure out how that happened. Bobby Bonds has 3 stolen bases in this tournament. I have everything to the left. So he has 3. DiMaggio has 1. Jake Stahl stole a base. We saw that on stream. Deion James got caught stealing. And so did Vince DiMaggio. But here we go. Game 1 here in the quarterfinal. Dorset against Bonnie Lake. Game 1. So here we head off here in the bottom of the first, no score. LPs did not get it. 1 out, 1, 2, 3 in the first inning. There's 2 out here with Ivy Wingo at second base. Joe McGinty facing Eric Davis in the box. Here's the 1-2. That's a fly ball to right field. That is way out of here, and that is gone. Eric Davis's 4th home run for the Dorset Devil Dogs, and it's now 2-0. They lead. So we head to the top of the second. It's 2-0 Devil Dogs. Swindell on the mound. DiMaggio's at second base. Don Detmer at first. Deion James is in the game, starting right field for Bobby Bonds, who's sitting out this one. Here's the pitch from Swindell. That's a base hit to left center field off the wall. 1 run will score. 2 runs looking to score. And Deion James with the 2 RBI double to tie the game up at 2 here in the top of the second. So we go to the top of the 4th here. Vince DiMaggio leading off, 3-1 count. Here's the pitch from Swindell. And that's down the left field line, base hit. DiMaggio heading for second. And he'll be in with a double. So the leadoff double representing the go-ahead run here in the 4th inning. And that will bring up Deion James. Deion James with the 2 RBI double in the 2nd, looking to add on here with Don Detmer. Once again, Vince DiMaggio at 2nd, Don Detmer at 1st. Nobody out here. The 0-1 pitch. And it gets by the catcher. Kelly does recover in time for the runners not to advance. So it's 0-2 to James, who missed on that pitch. And he strikes out looking on 3 pitches. 1 away. That brings up Tony Phillips with a full count. The Swindell offering. That's a fly ball to center field. Portegray makes the catch. DiMaggio tags up and scores, and they take the lead 3-2. So we head to the bottom of the 5th here. 2 out. Tim Hewlett's at first base. Frenchie at the plate. Here's the pitch from McGinty. And that is a base hit to right field. Runner heading for third. Changes his mind. Hewlett stays. And now there's runners at first and second for Eric Young. 1-2 count. McGinty trying to get out of the jam here. Base hit will tie the game, possibly give him the lead. Here's the pitch to Young. Ground ball to first. Easy play for Stahl. And they get out of the inning. Still up 3-2 in the 5th. Heading into the 6th. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. LPs don't score. Ivy Wingo up to bat. Here's the first pitch. And he first pitch crushed that ball. That ball has no doubt second deck in right field. Home run. Tie game. So we go to the top of the 7th, 2 out. Casey Candale at the plate. Jakey May has entered the game for the Devil Dogs. Here's the pitch. Candale gets in the 1. High, deep, and gone. Huge home run for Casey Candale. His first of the postseason. Hopefully he gets out of the slump. He was hitting under 200 going into this game. 4-3 LPs. We go to the bottom of the inning. McGinty facing Carson Kelly. McGinty's pitch. And he held up ball 4. I think he got a little hosed on the call there. But that puts the tying run at first base. And Tim Hewlett will enter the box. The 2-2. And that's a base hit over the shortstop. Base hit. Runner heading for third, thinks about it. And he will stay. So Carson Kelly stays there. Now there's runners at first and second. Joe Judge now enters the box, looking to tie this game with a base hit. 1 away. And the ground ball to second. 4-6-3 double play to get out of the inning. Runner stranded at third. The LPs stay ahead. 4-3 heading into the 8th inning. Tim Hewlett is leading off for the LPs. Lee Gooderman's now in the game for the Devil Dogs. It is 4-3 here. The LPs 4 runs on 5 hits. The Dogs 3 on 6. The full count pitch. And that is a base hit to left field. So that's a leadoff single for Hewlett. And that will bring up Don Paltovich. 1 out. Jake Stahl's now at first. Fast forward a little here. Don Paltovich at the plate to face Gooderman. The pitch. Ground ball to second. And it's through for a base hit. Stahl's in safely in the third. So it's Hewlett missed the ball. Davis fields it. Advances to second is Stahl. Goes to third. He's safe. Paltovich goes to second on the throw. So the infield's now in for Vince DiMaggio. There's 1 out here. 0-1 count. The pitch from Gooderman. And he pops him up. Kelly makes the catch, 2 away. That will bring up Dom Detmer. Detmer looking for a first pitch here. Ground ball to third, and is booted by the third baseman. Duffy could not handle the shot from. Could not handle the play there. Stahl scores. It's now 5-3 LPs on the air. So we fast forward to the bottom of the ninth. It's 5-3. Joe McGinty still pitching. Eric Davis leading off. The pitch to Davis. And that's a fly ball to left field. It's 5-4. Davis's 5th home run of the tournament. He went 377 feet. So that now 5-4, still nobody out. Shobo Fisher at the plate. The pitch from McGinty. Ground ball to short. The throw to first is in time, 1 away. That brings up Charlie Duffy to the plate. McGinty stays in this one. The pitch from McGinty. And he strikes him out on a fastball on the outside corner. Good pitch from McGinty. And now it's 2 away, and it's the last chance for Carson Kelly. McGinty looking to complete this game despite allowing 4 runs. The pitch from Joe. And it's a fly ball to right, and it'll be caught. So they win game 1 here after the James catch. 5-4, both teams getting 7 hits here, but the costly error from the Devil Dogs give the LPs the victory. So, LPs win 5-4 here. Not a whole lot stands out other than Deion James's 2 RBI double. Eric Davis had 2 hits, 2 home runs, and 3 RBIs. McGinty goes the distance, allowing 7 hits and a walk, 4 earned runs, and struck out 2. 116 pitches. He does give the bullpen a much needed rest. Casey can't. Casey Candale will sit in this one. Jake Stahl will probably sit in the next game. Trying to give everybody rest here. Hopefully we did that in time for game 2. Albion leads the series 1-0 over Germantown. Lewis beat the Yaks, so they're up 1-0. And Everett defeated the Rush. So the Swindell mirror in Everett versus the Rush. Driver goes for the Yaks against Greg Swindell. Greg Swindell faces Epa Rixey in the Alpine Germantown matchup, and then it's Rixey against Moyer in game 2 here. Quarterfinal matchup. Bonnie Lake looking to move into the semifinals in the Saray. This is the furthest they have made it on stream. I'm kind of excited here. And the game's in. All right. Game 2, LPs against Dorset in Bonnie Lake. Jamie Moore is on the mound. We're in the top of the first. Derek Young is at first base. Joe Judge has entered the box. Here's the pitch to Joe Judge. And Judge gets in the one here. That ball will drop for a base hit into the wall. Judge heading for second. Heading for third. The run will score. Judge is safe at third. So the triple for Judge makes it 1-0 Devil Dogs here in the first. So that brings up Jake Stahl to face Moyer. The pitch to Jake Stahl. Fly ball to right field. That's gone. 3-0. Devil Dogs in here in the first. They jumped on him early in this one. So we go to the top with a second. Devil Dogs full on the bases. Moyer facing Jake Stahl with 2 out. Can he get out of this jam and try to keep him close? Here's the pitch for Jamie Moyer. And that's a line shot down the right field line. That should clear the bases And it's now 6-0. 6-0 Devil Dogs. On the double from Stahl, he does advance to third on the throw. They would add one more run, so it's now 7-0. Touchdown Devil Dogs. As Gerald Williams is up the plate to face Rixey. The pitch to Eppa. From Eppa. Fly ball to center field. Williams gone to deep center field. A 426-foot blast. And it's now 7-1. Bonnie Lake's down here in the second inning. We fast forward to the top of the fourth. It's still 7-1. Gerald Williams with the lone hit for the LPs. Devil Dogs 7 runs on 6 hits. Bob Tewksbury has entered this game mercifully as Moyer stunk it up in the first 2 innings. Here's the pitch to Judge. Fly ball to right field. That ball's gone. It's 8-1. Devil Dogs coming out on offense here. That is the first earned run allowed in 4 games from the bullpen of the LPs. They would add 2 more after that, so we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 10-2 Devil Dogs on 15 hits. Hassan Kim at first base. John Mayberry's at the plate. Evaldi with the throw. Ground ball to second. It's booted by the second baseman. Error from Eric Young. And that will bring up Tony Phillips. We're down 10-2 here. Nobody out. Here's a pitch from Evaldi. That's a base hit up the middle. Runner thinks about home. Kim stays at third base. So the base is loaded with nobody out. And that brings up Bobby Bonds to the plate. Here's Evaldi's offering the Bonds. And he walks him. So it's now 10-3 on the walk. So that brings up Tim Hewlett. It's 10-3 here. Nobody out. Nathan Evaldi struggling right now. Tim Hewlett looking to add on to the comeback here. Here's the pitch to Hewlett. And he strikes out swinging 1 away. Could catch up to the fastball there. That brings up Don Pavlovich to face Evaldi. Evaldi with the offering. That's a diving catch from Jackson. And they tag him for the double play to get out the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. There are 3 runs in for the LPs. 2 out. Tim Hewlett's at the plate to face Leo Keeley. Here's the pitch to Hewlett. That's a fly ball to center field. They should get to it. And we're going to a deciding game 3 as Dorset wins 10-6 despite a valiant effort to come back in this one from the LPs. Devil Dogs gets 17 hits but had 2 errors. LP 6 runs on 10 hits here. It didn't look very... It was very simply not a good start for Jamie Moyer. He goes 1 2/3 and allows 3 runs. Bob Tewksbury allows the first 3 runs in a long time from the Bonnie Lake bullpen. Sean Hill mops up 2 2/3 of scoreless ball, and Leo Keeley will end the game. Rixey goes 7 innings, allows 4 hits, walks no one. I am very leery on how the Combi Uncapped tournaments are going to fill. I just don't think. I think it's a reaction from the minority personally. I think a loud minority in the main Discord caused this to happen. But I have seen way too many, and it may be from Iron and Bronze. I don't know. I don't play Iron and Bronze. I'm in Silver. I don't hear much from the guys above, but I see too many teams without commentators doing well in Silver. The Hawkins Flyers have no commentators, and they're currently 12th in Silver for this period. So I'm kind of leery on that not filling. That's exactly we're on the same page there, franchise. I don't see why they would bother going into a combi tournament if they know they're going to get they would beat on people, but then at the same time, the power creep is catching up to the combinators. So I think what they did is they overreacted to the minority here. I think iron and bronze will get by just fine, but I think silver and above might struggle to fill. And it's a shame because I think you're splitting the fan base just to appease some people in the main Discord. That's my thoughts on it. I don't agree. I was indifferent when it came to the combinators because I have them. Like I have the combinators, but right now the silver that I signed up for the quick, just in case I got knocked out early here, has not filled yet, and that's with full combinators, and it's not been split yet. So during this time of the day when now day, during this time frame for me, I may not have a tournament available to stream because I don't know if I don't know if it's gonna fill up in time. It's at 14 to 16. I started that quick. I signed up for that quick in round 1 of this tournament. It's now 14 to 16. I think it's gonna sit there with like 8. They're gonna have to make it an 18 tournament. If they have 16 and everybody's going to capped or or no combi tourneys, I just I don't get the reasoning on this. And I know some people are gonna hear this and they're gonna be like, oh, he has combinator. No, I'm looking at this from a outside view as if I don't have combinators. Right now, with the cards coming out, you can compete. Maybe not as consistent as you think, but you can compete with these teams with combinators because now these cards are better than some of these cards that are at level 3, level 4. Like right now, I think the second baseman, Bill Sweeney, he's probably one of the best second basemen in silver right now. He's probably one of the best. He doesn't have the power, but he has everything else. He's gonna play everywhere. He would murder the Soray right now because it's snapshot unsung hero. You've got Jamie Moyer and Joe McGinty that can help out. You have Brett Saberhagen who can be the Soray alone. Got a whole bunch of people that can help that limited pool, and they're not combinators. So what are you gonna do when you split that? If you split the tournaments, you're gonna obviously fill the one without it, but now you've separated and exiled the people that took the time to put together a team. I don't get that reasoning. And I didn't say it in the Discord because I know how some people are in that Discord, but I just did not agree. I do not agree with the split. And the chemistry, I can tell you right now, I had 81% chemistry. I took track of what I did for that day, and I was a 500 team with a full combinator team with 81% chemistry. I swapped over to what I have now. I think it's a bad decision. I think they overreacted to a decision when they had a power creep that was evening out the field. I think there's more people that don't have commoners than people that do, and I'm just afraid they're not going to fill. I just don't see the way that everything is right now. I mean, we'll see when it does happen. I have concerns with that side of the tournaments if they will fill, because they're having a hard time filling weeklies, and if they're thinning this out more, I don't know. I just don't know how that will fill from silver above. Combinators are no di- They made the enormous mess, but you know what? If they didn't split the tournaments, I think it would have fixed itself. I just I think it would have fixed itself. There's a team right now that doesn't have combinators that's in the top 15 in silver. Top 15. So it can be done. With the cards out there, I know it can be done. I get beat regularly by teams that don't have it. So I don't see, like, yeah, I hear Gotti winning 80%. I hear about it, but I have not seen it in this tier. Or there's three teams that are running away, but I've seen them get and they're beatable. Yeah. So I just don't see. They did make a mess of this. I don't think they could keep up with it. I actually have less combinators than I had the last 2 weeks. I think I'm down to 14 on my roster. I used to have 20. I think by the time all these cards are out, I may be more of the base cards than I am with the combinators because yeah, there are some whales that are going to keep up with it, but I think it's going to be less than it is right now. And they very easily can make those meta cards not packable and and they can't be combinated. There's ways that you can go about the meta. Yeah, I don't think it's rare either, and I'm trying to think about it from both. I can see both sides in this as we go into this deciding game three here. I can see both sides. I I completely get why they had to do what they had to do, but I think they also create like Holler said, they did create this mess without giving really. I don't know. I did not see the beta. I did not see like I got into this. I got it day one, but I did not know all the stuff leading up to it. So I saw the combinators coming from the shell as like parallel, except you're eating up cards instead of trying to get tracking stats for it. So I saw it that way, but I did not know like the impact at the time of what it would do for a perfect team. But I think it also is kind of correcting itself, not at the rate that everyone thinks. So I just don't know. I don't know how this is gonna play out. There's a lot of unknown to this for me. So I'm just gonna see where it goes. I'm prepared to go either way. I just hope that everything's still able to fill up just fine. But you're not gonna please everyone. Well, franchise, if Rob Deer's not on the list, he should be because he already has 2 errors in this stream. I like that they have plans for the future. I just I don't think you need a team full of 26 commentators too. I'm trying to catch up on chat. I don't think there's many teams that are gonna have 26 commentators. You have to make up. That's a lot of perfect point investment there. I need to make an adjustment on that. I need to let Nico know about setting a dead ball roster because it will not take if you have less than a 4-man rotation, but in the actual like screen, you can go to 1, 2, or 3. If we want to make a dead ball roster that has less than 4 in the rotation, it needs to be adjusted to where we can do that. Yeah. See, D-Block, I don't have the insight on the iron and bronze. So I can see like, yeah, that's supposed to be the beginning. Like everybody kind of falls in there, and I get the frustration on that. I don't think there's the only full combinator team would boost that I don't think there's one with all boosted combinators, because I think Burlington has, I think they have like 4 or 5 players who are not combinators, and not everyone's level 5. Telluride has like 4 or 5 players. They're not all fully combinated. Peninsula, I think, is like 18, 18-8. Those are the top 3 teams that are running away. I know Tactile doesn't have a full roster. I know out of the top 10, none of them have 26. Yeah, that's doomsday scenario there. Iron and bronze. I guess this is my thoughts of it. Iron and bronze, split them. I think you're better off splitting it there. I'm just trying to figure out silver and above. Is that feasible? I know you don't need 26. I don't think you need 17 or 21. Like I have 14, and I'm getting less and less with the 14 I have. So I think it'll bounce to like half and half. I think half and half is like where I'll be at. But I don't see, it's going to be really tough to keep 17 to 21 as the cycle goes on. But here we are in the bottom of the first inning. There's no score. Joe Judge is at first base. Eric Davis is at the plate. Tom Zachary is pitching. Hey, we literally played the moon on stream. I have a glitch that I have a highlight that proves that one. Here's the pitch from Zachary. That's a fly ball to center field. That is over the center fielder for a base hit into the wall. Davis with the double. The throw home is not in time. It's offline. So Judge gets in for making a 1-0 lead. So here we are, it's still in the first. Eric Davis is on third base. Duffy enters the plate to face Zachary. Here's the pitch from Zachary. That's base hit to right. That will score the run all the way to the wall. Runner heading for second. Duffy in with the double. And it's now 2-0 Dorset. I have no idea what's up with the stretch of the football scores. So we go to the top of the second. It's 2-0 Dorset. 1 out. Gerald Williams is at the plate. Phillips and Nielsen on first and second. Tewksbury on the mound. Here's the pitch. And he gets him looking strike 3. 2 away. So they get out of that inning, and we go to the top of the third. Nobody out. Casey Candale at first base. Deion James, the tying run, is at the plate. Yeah, Holly, there is a highlight that I clipped from my first episode on the stream, and if you look at the glitch, the literal center part of the field was gray like the moon. I kid you not. Franchise was here when it happened. Here's the pitch from Tewksbury. And that is a base hit up the middle. So that now puts runners at first and second. And that brings up Bobby Bonds to the plate with nobody out. Here's the pitch from Tewksbury. Ground ball to third. The throw to first is in time, but the runners do advance. Good play from Duffy to get the out here. That brings up Jake Stahl to the box to face Bob Tewksbury. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's a fly ball to right field. That's high. It's deep. And they take the lead on the home run from Jake Stahl. The 369-foot blast, and it's now 3-2 Bonnie Lake here in the third inning. You could say that the LPs kicked the field goal, but you know, we're just talking about football. I just had to see it. All right, so we go to the bottom of the fourth here. It's 3-2 LPs. Charlie Duffy's at first base. Ike Boone has entered the box for the Dogs. Zachary's still on the mound. Here's the pitch, and he walks him. So runners at first is second. Boone representing the go-ahead run at first. Duffy the tying run at second. Ivy Wingo enters the box. The 3-0 pitch. And he walks him. So back-to-back walks. The third for Zachary. And the bases are now loaded with nobody out. And that brings up Kiddo Davis to the plate. The pitch. And that's a base hit to the alley in left center. 2 runs are in. And it's now 4-3 Devil Dogs. So we head to the bottom of the fifth. It's still 4-3. Zachary's still on the mound. Ike Boone's at the plate. Jake Stahl over at third base, looking to add on to the lead here. The 2-0. Base hit to left. That scores the run. It's now 5-3 Devil Dogs on the single from Stahl. So we go to the top of the sixth. It's 5-3. LPs have 8 hits, but only 3 runs. Devil Dogs 5 runs on 7 hits here. Tewksbury pitching to Ha-Sung Kim with 1 out. First pitch. And he's first pitch crushing on this one. That ball's gone. It's a tie game on the first pitch crush from Ha-Sung Kim.
Oh, and first pitch crushing.
So we go to the top of the seventh. Jake Stahl is leading off against Jakey May. 5-5. Top of the seventh in this deciding quarterfinal game here. Here's the pitch from May. And he walks him. Ball 4. So the leadoff walk for Jake Stahl brings John Mayberry to the plate. Mayberry hitting .333 in the tournament and slugging over 1.1 in the OPS. The pitch. And that's a diving catch from Ike Boone. What a play. 1 away. So that brings up Tony Phillips. Tie game after the superb play from Ike Boone. Here's the replay. Nice diving catch from Boone. Here's the pitch to Phillips. And Jake Stahl somehow has remembered that he is trying to steal a base and gets thrown out by 10 miles. Running into an out. Last time I checked, I had stealing all the way off, but you know, we'll talk to the AI manager about that. A rare stolen base attempt from us. I think he was out by a mile. I guess he got greedy. He did have a steal earlier in the tournament. Here's Dave Nielsen to the plate with 2 out. The 3-0 pitch from Ellis Kinder. And he walks him. Caller, I think he was napping and woke up and decided that he wanted to steal. Or it could have been a moment like Major League where Willie Mays Hayes was just sleeping outside where they're doing their drills, and he woke up and said, "Did I get cut already?" and didn't run as fast. I, I have no explanation of that. With that, it's now runners at first and second. That brings up Gerald Williams to the plate. Hopefully, no one runs in this situation. Here's the pitch to Gerald Williams. And that is a base hit. Runner looking to score. The throw home is not in time. Gerald Williams with his 12th RBI on the single, and it's now 6-5 LPs in the seventh. So we head to the bottom of the seventh here. Sandy Consuegra has entered the game for the LPs. I don't think he can spell triple. Joe Judge is at the plate. The pitch. And that is a base hit to right, so it's a leadoff single for Joe Judge. A lot of those there's not a lot of people in silver that have a full like a lot of combis. So, and actually just talking to a few people on Discord, it would probably relieve them because it can be stressful for them to try to keep up that roster. Um, I very easily can go five. I can very easily go five. I know a couple other people might go five. But here's the thing, like I still have a lot of questions on how that's gonna play out. Like, I'm not against it, I'm not for it. I just see concerns. It's not the best way that's the best way I can explain it. And I'm probably coming off as I'm against it. I'm not. I just have concerns. I mean, people will adjust. I just think that there are gonna people gonna be upset that, hey, look, you started it this way, heard an outcry, and then reverse field when they should have had this in place to begin with. Like, I can easily, I'll probably play the five combi cap anyway, and if I have a spot to waste for a uncapped tourney just to see how it goes, I will. Maybe like 1-5, 1-10. And a no combi, I think that would have been better. I don't think chemistry really makes a difference in a tournament situation. So like the chemistry is whatever for me. But like 0, 5, and 10, I think that would have been reasonable. Because I think if it's 0, 5, and 10, I think there's a better chance of it filling than 0, 5 uncapped. And I'm literally thinking about this on the top of my head here. Really love the discussion about this too. Yeah, I'm thinking 0, 5, 10 would have been a much better route than 0, 5 uncapped. That that makes sense, franchise on that. I think that makes sense. I would have preferred 10. I would prefer 10 over an uncapped. I think that's where the hangup is. It's that it's uncapped, but if you make it 10, I'm just thinking about all the teams in my tier, and I think that's reasonable for who's there. The only and the teams that have them are going to adjust. The team at the top are going to adjust. Maybe I should try a franchise. Remind me to try to message Nico with the suggestion. I don't know how far it's going to go, but I think that will. I think that could be the compromise. I think 15, you're still in the same situation because most of the teams have 14 or have more than 10. But if it's 10, it still has enough to where you have to force someone to make a roster. And this is someone who made the adjustment from like 20 to 14. I very easily can go to 10. But I think I think that would be the happy medium between the full and the people that are against it. If you want to go 0, 5, 10 or 0, 5, 12, but something around 10 to 12, 1 at 5, and 1 at 0. And I think that would be the closest you can get to pleasing both crowds. But here we are in the bottom of the 7th here. It's 6 to 5 LPs. Joe Judge is at first. Chobo Fisher's at the plate to face Sandy Consuerga. Nobody out. Ground ball to second. Throw the seconds in time. No throw the first, but they do get the lead runner. And that will bring up Eric Davis. Davis has murdered pitching in the tournament, hitting 5 home runs so far. Here's the pitch from Consuerga. And he strikes him out. Strike 3 on the fastball. Let's use this here. So D-Block, you think 10 would be the happy medium? Because it was still you can't like completely load up on one side. You still have to make a decision on your roster build. Okay. You think we should suggest that, even though they're already pretty much deciding what they're going to do, just to see what happens? As we sit here in the bottom of the 7th of a 6-5 game with Shobo Fisher on first and Charlie Duffy at the plate. Here's the pitch from Consuerga. That's a base hit down the left field line, all the way to the wall. Fisher heading for third, heading home looking to tie the game. There's no throw home, and it's now 6-6. That is true. That's the big thing right there, making it accessible for everyone. I think the rarity is not helping either. So that brings up Ike Boone to the plate with 2 out. It's a tie game. Sandy Consuerga is still pitching. It's a 2-2 count. 6-6 here in this deciding game against the Devil Dogs. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball to third. The throw to first is in time, so they do get out of the inning, but it's tied at 6 heading into the 8th. Deion James is now up with 1 out. Full count. Lee Gooderman still in the game for the Devil Dogs. Here's the pitch. And that's base hit up the middle. So that's a single for James. He is the go-ahead run, and that will bring Bobby Bonds to the plate. Now it's a 1-2 count. Gooderman looking to hold the runner James here. Try to induce a double play maybe. Ground ball. And He's safe. Infield single for Bonds. And now there's runners at first and second for Jake Stahl. Jake Stahl can open the lead here with a single. Here's the offering, and he pops him up. Gooderman makes the catch, 2 away. That brings up Don Detmer looking to give the LPs the lead here in this 6-6 game. Gooderman with the offering, and he pops him up. Young makes the catch. The LPs get 2 runners on base but cannot score. It is 6-6 heading into the bottom of the 8th. And that brings up Travis Jackson to the plate with 2 out and a full count. The pitch to Travis Jackson. And that's a fly ball to center field, and that's over the center field head for a base hit. Heading for second is Jackson, and he's in with a double. He's the go-ahead run for Eric Young. He does move over to third on the steal, I'm thinking. Here's the pitch to Young. Fly ball to center field. That should be an easy catch, and it is for James. And they get out of the inning, still tied at 6, heading to the top of the 9th. Tony Phillips would lead off. The pitch to Tony Phillips. And that's a fly ball to center. Boone makes the catch in the alley. 1 away. That brings up Dave Nielsen to the plate. I hope we have a nice discussion too, D-Block. I may be on very little sleep, but I'll probably be up at that time anyway. But yeah, hopefully we can get a good discussion about it. As we head into the top of the 9th here with still 1 out, Dave Nielsen at the plate facing Gooderman. Gooderman with the pitch. And that's a diving stop from the first baseman, but Gooderman muffs it. And that's an error for Gooderman. Judge makes the great play, but Gooderman cannot complete it. And Nielsen's now on first base for Gerald Williams to enter the box. Here's the pitch from Ostrowski, who's now pitching. The offering. Ground ball to second. The throw to second's in time. There's no relay. 2 away. Nielsen upending Young. I don't think common errors are going away. Chemistry is chemistry. I just don't see. I don't see a tangible difference in a tournament setting. I probably see it in a league, but I don't see it in a tournament setting. It's too small of a sample size. That's my opinion on that. It could work. I just don't see a decided difference so far. Here's the pitch to Ha-Seong Kim. 6-6 here in the 9th. Ground ball to shortstop. Throw the seconds in time to get out of the inning. It's 6-6 heading to the bottom of the 9th. That will bring up Joe Judge. Joe Judge leading off here. Gooderman remaining in the game. There's Goodermans everywhere. Here's the pitch to David. To Judge. He strikes out on the fastball. Strike 3. 1 away. Now it's Eric Davis. 2 out. 2-2 count. The pitch to Gooderman. The pitch from Gooderman to Davis. It's a ground ball to third. It should be an easy play. And it is. So we got bonus baseball here heading into the 10th. It is 6-6. So what we do, I got an ad coming up in 2 minutes. I will take the break here so I can show you the ending of game 3. I'm pretty sure with the way this game's gone, we're going to be deeper into the semifinals. So I may have missed a game here. So here we go with the break. I'll be right back. Okay, now that the Twitch ads are out of the way, let's get into the extra innings here. Joe Ostrowski remains on the mound. Tim Hewlett will lead off here in the 10th. The offering to Hewlett. Ground ball to shortstop. Hewlett, or Jackson makes the play, throws the first, one away. Bobby Bonds is now at the plate, 2 out, facing Ostrowski here in the top of the 10th. The pitch. And Bonds with the base hit the left here. Bonds heading for second. He'll be safe. So I'll bring the go-ahead run at second base. That will bring Jake Stahl to the plate. I think that part of it I'm okay with. The card type might be the issue. I think the card type is causing more of the problems than the actual combinator. Well, because the combinator is the type, I get it. But I think having the type of the card being the same and not teammates may be the bigger problem here. So Jake Stahl at the plate here with 2 out. The 0-1 count from Ostrowski. And he pops him up. Judge makes the play. And they're out of the inning. Still 6-6 heading to the bottom of the 10th. That brings up Charlie Duffy to lead off to Guterman. Guterman's somehow still in this game. I think it's his 3rd inning of work. Fly ball to center field. James will make the play, 1 away. There's now 2 away for Ivy Wingo facing Guterman. The pitch from Guterman. Ground ball to first base. It should be an easy play, and it's an easy play for Detmer. And the guy of the inning still tied at 6, going to the 11th. That brings Don Detmer to the plate to lead off. Ostrowski still in the game for the Devil Dogs. Here is the pitch. And that's a base hit to left field, so that's a leadoff single in front of Davis. That brings up Tony Phillips with Detmer at first base. The 3-1 count to Phillips. Ground ball to second. It's 6-4, 3 double play. And I'll bring up Dave Nielsen. The pitch to Nielsen. And he gets him looking, strike 3. So we go to the bottom at 11, still tied at 6. And Mike Timlin will enter in for the LPs here in the 11th inning. Kiddo Davis is at the plate. Jake Stahl is not... I want to have him steal second, but he'd be out by a full mile at this point. Here's the pitch to Kiddo. And that's base hit to left, so that's a leadoff single here for Davis. And that brings up Travis Jackson to the plate with nobody out. Here's the pitch to Jackson, and he bunts it. Caught by Timlin. The throw the first is in time. They double up Davis. 2 away. So that brings up Eric Young in the bottom 11th here. The 0-1 pitch. And that's fly ball to center field. James makes the catch, and we go to the top of the 12th. Still tied at 6. And that brings Gerald Williams to the plate to lead off the 12th. Here's Leo Keeley in for the Devil Dogs. The pitch. Ground ball to third base. The throw, the first is in time, 1 away. Duffy with the strong throw there brings up Hassan Kim to the plate. Here's Keeley's offering, and he walks Kim. So the runner's on to go ahead run is at first base for Tim Hewlett. The pitch to Hewlett. That's ground ball to second. The throw over the second is in time. The relay is good for the double play. 4-6-3, and they get out of the inning, going to the bottom of the 12th, still tied at 6. That brings up Joe Judge to lead off the inning. 3-1 count. And he walks. It's a leadoff walk for Judge, and that brings up Frenchie Beauregard here in the 12th. Still tied at 6. Go ahead runner at first. And that's a fly ball to center field. James lunges. And he makes a tumbling catch in center field. Nice catch. And there's 1 away. Judge remains at first, so that brings up Eric Davis with 1 out. The pitch to Davis. Ground ball to first base. And it's an infield single. Judge gets the second. They will advance to second and third, so they're now 1 out. Infield in here, 6-6. Charlie Duffy at the plate to face Timlin. 1 away. The pitch. Ground ball. Runners hold. Throw the first is in time. Great play from Kim to hold the runners. And now that brings Ike Boone with 2 out here. Can Mike Timlin get out of this jam? Offering. And he strikes him out. Strike 3. As we go to the top of the 13th, it is 6-all still. In the middle of this discussion, there is a long game going on here. Deion James leading off here. Bub Byerly has entered the game for the Devil Dogs. The pitch. Fly ball to right field. That is high. And it's gone. Home run for Deion James. It's 7-6 LPs on the home run from Deion James. 7-6. Bottom of the 13th. Mike Timlin looking now to close this out and get the win against Ivy Wingo. The pitch to Wingo. No relation to Trey Wingo. Ground ball to second. The throw to first is in time. Hewlett to Detmer. 1 away. That brings up Kittle Davis to the plate. 1-2 count. 7-6 LPs here in the deciding game. The pitch. Fly ball to left field. Williams makes the catch. And now they're down to their final out. Travis Jackson, last chance here. Jesse Hahn here to close it. The pitch from Hahn. And he walks him. So the tying runs at first, and that brings up Eric Young to the plate. The pitch to Eric Young. Fly ball to second. Base hit. Runner heading to third. And he's safe. So now the tying runs at third, and that brings up Joe Judge, who has murdered LP pitching today. He has 3 hits. Here's the pitch from Judge. Ground ball to second. This should end it. And it does. Bonnie Lake enters the semifinal after this 20-minute highlight. They win the series 7-1 and winning this game 7-6 on a combined 28 hits from these teams. All right. So, this game took so long that we got knocked out of the semifinal. We faced Victory City. So it's Victory City against Albion in the final. We won game 1 7-6. We lost the next 2 games 4-3 and 16-1. So our game was called so long that we lost a whole series, and I'm okay with it. That's a semifinal. That's a semifinal for the LPs. It's a good time. Now, I was bringing up the quicks. Warbot could have done a couple cards in the time that game took, but we also had a nice healthy discussion, which is why the game took longer. But to put this in perspective, this is what I was talking about, my concern. Silver, I signed up for this at the beginning of the soiree. It just now filled up. Try to see who we face here. Cherry Hill. It's going to be Moyer and against, I think, Swindell. Well, dear Lord, we won round 1. So we're awaiting the winner of Billings and Fu Manchu. The Billings is a new team. By the way, it's no combinator against no combinator. If I remember right, neither team has one. Turn the tree. Burlington Flyers. See, like the Hawkins Flyers is a top 15 team. They don't have a combinator. They put together a really good roster too. But one of the teams that does have a few combinators I'll bring up is Burlington. If I can even, click on anything today. This is the closest thing we have to a combinator full team. But just even if these cards were base, I think this team would still be fine. And yes, they did luck out and they did get the Joe Gordon. They did get the Aaron Boone. But I don't know how everyone's going to be able to just stay on the mark, because he checked the market, like, I think often, from what I understand, just to get the cards that he did have. And I don't see everyone taking that much time to put together a roster like this. But if he has to do 10, he very easily could get the bases of half these guys. And I think he'd still be fine. I think the Joe Gordon card's overrated, personally. Even at level 5, he just doesn't hit enough. As you see, he's hitting 154 in this tournament. Like, I think there's another team in here. Like, they have, they have 24. I think I have, I'm down to 10. I was at 14 before this week. So yeah, I only have 10. So this is how I would look if there was a 10 combinator roster. I wouldn't change a thing. But this is what you could possibly see if we just go with the 10 instead of uncapped. I think now that I'm looking at this and actually seeing that I have a 10 combinator roster, I completely see how that can work. But with that, see, it's 2:53 Pacific time. I'm afraid to check and see if we can raid anybody, because Franchise had his problems. Trying to see if anybody's on. There's nobody on 8 OOTP. I know that I know that Ezra raids in the Alf. I usually raid to 1 to 2 channels. It's either, and they're both retro game channels, but there's also an iRacing stream that I'm raid into that's doing Daytona. So I think I'm most likely gonna go into. I think I'm gonna go into the retro long play, which is they're doing a modded version of the original Super Mario Bros. 3. So I'm gonna raid into that because I've got nothing else here. It was a great stream, great conversation. Franchise is all right. Twitch wanted to be a pain today. Man, I'm going to bed. That would do nothing for me. But yeah, I'll be on tomorrow at at the same time, 11:30 Pacific. We'll be doing the same thing. I just have to make sure I have to sign up for Saray. As for next week, there might be a few changes when it comes to what times I'm streaming because I am working that Thursday for the holiday. So maybe an earlier stream on the Wednesday, and there might be no stream on the 4th. I won't be home. So yeah, that's how we'll go about that. Count on an earlier stream Wednesday, no stream Thursday, and Friday normal time. Saturday may be a possibility. Saturday might be a possibility, just depends on how everything works out. But yeah, I'll have the schedule up on the channel. And then I'll also post it in some spots if I need to. I'm still working on redoing my Discord. I have a Discord, but it's not optimized for OOTP yet. But once again, guys, I'm gonna raid into Retro Long Play, which is basically like Alf for Ezra. But once again, thank you guys. Thank you, Holla, for the chat. Thank you guys for the I think what is a fruitful chat for commentators. Thank you, and have a nice morning here. I'll catch you later.